In life, there are seasons when you may find yourself walking a solitary path. Friends might fade, family may feel distant, and the comforting rhythms of your social world could fall silent. Yet in this solitude, you discover that you are not truly alone. Walking alongside you is the one who promises never to leave you, the eternal God who holds you in his care. While the world often declares that strength lies in numbers, you, walking alone with God, find a power far greater than any human connection. This strength, rooted in faith, is enduring and transformative. It does not depend on the approval or companionship of others, but on the steadfast presence of your Creator. Though your journey may be challenging, it reveals the beauty and resilience of a heart that trusts in the Lord above all else. When human relationships fall short, God's love fills every void, every longing, and every need. As Scripture assures you, the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. For you, walking with God, this truth becomes your anchor. You learn to draw strength not from human applause but from his unchanging presence. This path leads you to a deeper faith, teaching you to hear God's voice amid silence and to find joy even in the quiet moments. Your solitude becomes fertile ground for spiritual growth, a place where your identity, worth, and peace are firmly anchored in God. Society often places a high value on companionship, presenting it as the ultimate measure of success and self-worth. Validation, it seems, is frequently tied to the number of friends you have, the size of your social circle, or the followers that populate your online world. But you who walk alone have discovered a truth that defies societal norms. Genuine strength comes not from external validation, but from an unshakable faith in God and the resilience he cultivates within you. Walking alone is not a sign of weakness or failure. Instead, it is a unique opportunity, a sacred space to draw closer to the Creator. In this solitude, you come face to face with the sustaining power of God. Psalm 46, verse 5 serves as a constant reminder of this truth. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at break of day. With God dwelling within you, there is no challenge too great, no trial too overwhelming that can cause you to crumble. His presence becomes the foundation of your strength, allowing you to stand firm when the storms of life come your way. The noise and distractions of the world fade, and in their absence, you hear the still, small voice of God guiding you, comforting you, and reminding you of your worth. Your strength is not rooted in the fleeting applause of others or the temporary approval of the crowd. It grows from a deep well of resilience shaped by life's challenges, the quiet moments of solitude, and the ongoing process of personal and spiritual growth. You have come to realize that independence and self-reliance are not traits you are born with, but skills cultivated over time. Each season of hardship, each step you take alone, becomes a lesson in trust and perseverance. With each obstacle, you learn to rely less on the world and more on God, discovering that his love and provision are more than enough. This journey transforms you, teaching you that strength does not come from numbers or popularity, but from a heart anchored in faith. Solitude, far from being a void, becomes a sanctuary. It is here that you not only grow closer to God, but also to yourself. You begin to understand your identity in Christ, separate from the opinions and judgments of others. You see that your value is intrinsic, placed within you by the Creator himself. In walking alone, you are not forsaken. You are being refined. Through the silence, God shapes you into a person of resilience, wisdom, and grace. You are learning to stand firm, not because of your own abilities, but because of the unshakable presence of God within you. This is the strength that endures, the strength that carries you forward day by day into his purpose for your life. Walking alone does not mean rejecting the importance of relationships or isolating yourself from others. Rather, it reflects a deep and profound understanding that your worth and identity are not dependent on the presence or approval of others. You have come to see that while human connections are meaningful and can be sources of joy, they are not the foundation of your strength or the measure of your value. That foundation is built on your relationship with God. This reliance on God grants you the courage to stand tall, even when the path feels lonely. It allows you to face uncertainty with faith and conviction. You make decisions not to please others or to fit into societal expectations, but to honor your values and the divine purpose that God has placed upon your life. When you walk alone, you walk with clarity, knowing that your direction is guided not by fleeting human opinions, but by God's eternal wisdom. The story of Ruth offers a powerful example of this kind of strength. After the devastating loss of her husband, Ruth faced a crossroads. She could have returned to her homeland, where familiarity and comfort awaited, but instead, she chose the uncertain and challenging path of loyalty. She committed herself to Naomi and to God's plan, declaring, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." This was not an easy decision. Ruth left behind her family, her culture, and her safety net to walk an unknown road. Yet, her courage, determination, and trust in God carried her forward. Her story reminds you that walking alone often requires sacrifices but also leads to a deeper relationship with God and the fulfillment of His greater plan. Similarly, as you walk your own path, you place your faith in God's plan, even when the road ahead is unclear. You know that uncertainty is not a sign of God's absence, but an opportunity to trust Him more fully. In doing so, you become a person of remarkable fortitude. You do not crumble when people leave or when trials arise. Instead, you draw from the wellspring of strength that God has placed within you. This inner resilience, forged in moments of solitude and reliance on Him, allows you to face life's challenges with confidence. You recognize a powerful truth. Apart from God, the only person you can truly depend on is yourself. This is not a source of fear, but of empowerment. God has equipped you with everything you need to stand firm, and this realization births an unshakable confidence. You walking alone do not measure your value by the ever-changing standards of society or by the fleeting validation of others. Instead, your worth is grounded in the unshakable truth of how your Creator sees you. As 1 Peter 2:9 reminds you, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession." This scripture becomes your foundation, a constant reminder that you are chosen, cherished, and deeply loved by God. No human opinion, whether affirming or critical, can diminish this truth. You are God's special possession, and this knowledge sets you free from the exhausting need to conform to societal expectations or to seek the approval of others. With this divine understanding, you no longer allow others to dictate your identity or worth. Instead, you rest securely in the assurance that God has already defined you, valued, purposeful, and loved beyond measure. This liberating truth reshapes the way you navigate relationships, decisions, and life itself. Knowing your worth in God empowers you to establish healthy boundaries. You no longer feel the need to say yes to everyone or everything in an attempt to gain acceptance. Instead, you prioritize relationships and situations that honor your values and your calling. You surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you to grow, and align with the purpose God has placed in your life. However, your identity is not contingent on others, even those who pour into you. You understand that relationships, while beautiful and enriching, are not the source of your worth or peace. These treasures come from God alone. Your peace, your joy, and your self-worth are secure in His love, a love that does not waver with circumstances or opinions. This truth transforms the way you view solitude. Instead of feeling inadequate or incomplete, you embrace it as a time to deepen your relationship with God and strengthen your understanding of your true identity. You walk with confidence, not because of what others say about you, but because of what God has declared over you. Walking alone requires a unique kind of courage, the kind that comes from trusting God more than the opinions of others. Yet, it also brings unparalleled freedom. In this season, you are granted the clarity to make choices that align with your true self and your faith. Without the pressure to conform to societal norms, or the need to follow the crowd, you find the strength to live authentically and honor the purpose God has placed on your life. This freedom is not about isolation, but about independence, the ability to stand firm in who you are and in what God has called you to do. It allows you to thrive in ways that might not be possible when surrounded by constant noise and expectations. Solitude becomes a wellspring of empowerment, a space where you discover not only God's will, but also the gifts, strength, and resilience He has placed within you. Your journey mirrors that of Queen Esther, a woman of profound courage who chose to step into her divine purpose despite great personal risk. Esther's bravery was not rooted in her royal status or in the approval of others, but in her unwavering trust in God. When the lives of her people were at stake, she boldly declared, "If I perish, I perish," demonstrating a faith that surpassed fear. In the same way, you, walking alone with God, embody this spirit of boldness and authenticity. You are not afraid to follow your calling, even when it leads you down a path that others do not understand. Your decisions are guided not by the fleeting opinions of the world, but by the eternal wisdom of your Creator. This courage allows you to live with integrity, standing firm in your values even when it is difficult. Like Esther, you understand that fulfilling your divine purpose often requires taking risks, trusting God's plan over your own, and stepping into the unknown with faith. Though the world may misunderstand or even criticize your journey, you remain steadfast. Your independence is not a rejection of relationships, but a testament to your trust in God and your commitment to living out the life He has called you to lead. In walking alone with God, you find the courage, strength, and freedom to live boldly, authentically, and with purpose. One of the most profound qualities of walking alone with God is your unwavering trust in His guidance. In the absence of constant input and distractions from others, you find a rare and sacred clarity that allows you to hear His voice more distinctly. Without the noise of competing opinions, you develop a deeper sensitivity to His leading, realizing that no human wisdom or counsel can compare to the divine clarity and strength that comes from seeking God in prayer and aligning yourself with His will. Proverbs 3:5-6 serves as both a reminder and a promise. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. This truth becomes your anchor, guiding you through seasons of uncertainty. Trusting in the Lord with all your heart means surrendering your fears, doubts, and even your understanding of the situation. Instead of rushing to seek advice or approval from others, you pause and bring your concerns to God, trusting that His timing and direction are perfect. This trust is transformative. It changes the way you approach challenges, decisions, and even the unknown. You no longer feel the need to rely solely on your own reasoning or the validation of others. Instead, you wait patiently for God's guidance, knowing that He sees the full picture when you can only glimpse a part. Even when the path ahead is unclear, you step forward in faith, confident that God is at work preparing the way. This faith isn't blind optimism, but a deeply rooted belief in His goodness and faithfulness. You understand that His plans for you are not only perfect, but also purposeful, crafted with love and care. Walking in trust allows you to release the weight of control, freeing you from anxiety and the pressure to figure everything out on your own. You submit your plans to God, and in return, He provides direction, peace, and assurance. As you continue on this journey, you see His promises unfold in ways you never could have imagined, and your trust in Him deepens with every step. Trusting God's guidance is not just an act of faith, it is a profound expression of your relationship with Him. It reflects your confidence in His ability to lead you and your willingness to follow, even into the unknown. Through this trust, your life is transformed into one marked by purpose, peace, and unwavering hope. Trusting God also means surrendering control, a profound act of faith that requires letting go of your own plans and embracing His. For you, walking alone This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your trust in the one who sees the beginning and the end. It is an acknowledgement that your understanding is limited, but his wisdom is infinite. True peace comes not from striving to control every outcome, but from placing your life in God's hands. By surrendering your plans, you open your heart to the divine path he has prepared for you, a path that is not always predictable but is always perfect. This surrender allows you to live intentionally, focusing not on your fears or uncertainties but on the assurance that God is guiding your every step. You understand that faith does not require you to have all the answers or to see the entire picture. Instead, it calls you to trust in the one who holds the picture in its entirety. Even when doubts arise or the road ahead feels uncertain, your faith propels you forward. It reminds you that God's plans are for your good, even when you cannot fully comprehend them in the moment. Surrendering control is an act of freedom. It frees you from the weight of anxiety and the need to solve everything on your own. It allows you to rest in the knowledge that God is at work, orchestrating every detail for his glory and your growth. Through this act of trust, you find peace, confidence, and the strength to move forward, knowing you are never walking alone. In solitude, you discover a profound sense of purpose. Without the noise and distractions of the world, you are able to focus on your unique calling, the divine mission God has placed on your life. Solitude provides the clarity to discern his voice, leading you toward the path he has prepared for you. Like Deborah, the judge and prophet of Israel, you learn to step into your God-given role with boldness and confidence, recognizing that your strength comes from him. Deborah's courage wasn't born of human validation. It came from her unwavering trust in God's direction. In the same way, your decisions are not guided by the desire to please people, but by a commitment to honor God in all that you do. Solitude, far from being a state of isolation, becomes a sacred space for reflection, growth, and renewal. It is in these quiet moments that you come face to face with the truth of who you are in Christ. The world often tries to define worth through achievements, relationships, or societal approval, but in solitude, you are reminded that your value comes from being God's beloved child. This season of solitude allows you to deepen your relationship with God, to understand his will for your life, and to refine the gifts he has placed within you. It becomes a time of preparation and transformation, equipping you for the challenges and blessings ahead. In this sacred space, you find renewal for your spirit, strength for your journey, and a sense of identity that is unshaken by the opinions of others. Solitude doesn't diminish you. It empowers you to live authentically and to walk confidently in the purpose for which you were created. Ultimately, you, who walk alone, are never truly alone. Every step you take is accompanied by the King of Kings, who walks before you to prepare the way, stands beside you to provide strength, and carries you when the path becomes too difficult to bear. His presence is constant and unfailing, a source of comfort and assurance as you navigate life's uncertainties. Your journey is one of remarkable resilience, unshakable faith, and profound peace. It is not the company of others that defines your strength, but the indwelling presence of God within you. His Spirit empowers you to face challenges with courage, knowing that he is your refuge and fortress. Your worth is not tethered to the opinions or approval of those around you. It is anchored in the unchanging and eternal love of your Creator. As you continue walking with him, your path is shaped by his perfect guidance. He leads you with wisdom, carrying out his good and purposeful plans for your life. Even in moments of doubt or solitude, you are reminded that his plans are to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. Let your story inspire others to find the courage to walk boldly with God. Your testimony of faith and reliance on him serves as a beacon of hope for those who may be struggling to trust in his presence. As you journey forward, may you continually draw your strength from God, embrace your identity as his beloved, and live with unwavering confidence and purpose. Rest in the truth that you are never truly alone. He is always with you, guiding, loving, and sustaining you every step of the way. Let's close with a prayer. Heavenly Father, We come before you humbled and grateful. Thank you for being our strength in weakness, our peace in solitude, and our guide in uncertainty. Help us to trust you wholeheartedly, to embrace your plans, and to walk boldly in faith. Strengthen our hearts, Lord, and remind us that we are never truly alone, for you are with us always. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. If this message has touched your heart, like, share, and spread the hope of God's unfailing love. Together, let's inspire others to walk with faith and courage. Happy new month and welcome to the grand finale of the year, December. As we step into this season of joy, reflection, and celebration, let us anchor ourselves in the eternal truth from Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For many, December is a time of light, warmth, and connection. Yet, for those who have sown seeds of malice, envy, or deceit, it's shaping up to be a reckoning, a season where the darkness they cultivated returns to overshadow their lives. While you're basking in blessings, they're grappling with the consequences of their own choices. Their holiday season? Let's just say it's less about joy and more about chaos. The energy they invested in dimming your light has circled back, leaving them in a void of their own creation. This isn't mere karma, it's cosmic justice unfolding with a holiday twist. Today, we're diving into how this season of celebration has turned into an unrelenting nightmare for those who dared to come against a chosen one. Stay tuned, because by the end of this, you'll not only understand the cosmic balance at work, but also feel empowered to embrace your season of triumph with gratitude and peace. The holidays are a time of reflection, a season that forces everyone to sit with the choices they've made throughout the year. For your enemies, this means facing a reckoning they can no longer escape. For months, they may have schemed, gossiped, and plotted against you, comforted by the illusion that their actions carried no consequences. But life has a way of catching up, and this December, they're reaping what they've sown. Their relationships are strained as those around them begin to see through their facade. Financial struggles mount, not because of bad luck, but because of misplaced priorities and chaotic energy. Their mental peace? Shattered. Every quiet moment becomes a battle against the haunting realization that their negativity has backfired spectacularly. While you thrive in a space of gratitude and growth, their world feels hollow. Every smile they fake, every holiday carol they hear is a cruel reminder of how far they've fallen. The holiday season amplifies everything, including regret, and for them, it's a glaring spotlight on their failures. Your enemies comforted themselves with the belief that you would remain stuck, defeated, or irrelevant. But the holidays have a way of exposing the truth, and your undeniable glow-up is now the one thing they can't escape. Every milestone you've achieved, every success you've celebrated is a loud declaration of their failure to sabotage you. It's not just envy they feel, it's the harsh realization that their efforts only sharpened your focus and fueled your rise. Mutual friends and social circles can't stop talking about your accomplishments. Your wins are plastered across social media, shining brighter than any holiday lights. Even their thoughts betray them, replaying scenes of your triumphs over and over. The most painful part for them? They now realize they played an unintentional role in your success. The obstacles they put in your path became stepping stones for your growth. And while you rise effortlessly, radiating peace and confidence, they remain stuck in the same place, spinning their wheels and choking on their own bitterness. Karma doesn't follow human timelines, but its precision is flawless. It waits, quietly accumulating momentum until the perfect moment to strike. Your enemies spent the year believing they'd escape the consequences of their actions. They whispered lies, planted seeds of doubt, and tried to dim your light, while believing they had escaped accountability. But as the holiday season unfolds, karma arrives, delivering reality checks with poetic precision. The very traps they laid for you have turned on them. Plans they crafted to hinder your progress are now the chains binding them. Financial struggles creep in like an unwelcome guest, fracturing the facade of stability they once flaunted. Relationships they once neglected or manipulated begin to crumble under the weight of their deceit. Unexpected setbacks, missed opportunities, failed ventures, and sudden losses strike at the moments they most desperately need calm and clarity. As the world around them celebrates joy and connection, they are quietly unraveling. The irony? They're forced to witness your blessings in full bloom. Everything they tried to block for you now flourishing in abundance. Every accomplishment of yours, every smile, every instance of peace and progress serves as a stark reminder of their failure to hold you back. This holiday season, karma isn't just balancing the scales, it's shining a spotlight on the truth. You've risen above their efforts, and they're left grappling with the darkness they created. Your energy was their lifeline, even if they never admitted it. Whether it was through manipulation, criticism, or simply being in your orbit, they thrived on siphoning your light to fill their own voids. They masked their reliance with pride, never admitting how much they needed you to distract from their own insecurities. But this year, you withdrew. And not in anger or revenge. You did it calmly and deliberately, choosing peace over toxicity. You didn't argue, explain, or engage in their chaos. You simply stepped away. That quiet retreat was more profound than any confrontation, leaving them to grapple with the one thing they couldn't prepare for: your absence. Now, without you, their world feels smaller, colder, and more unstable. The insecurities they once projected onto you now loom larger in the silence you left behind. They scramble to find replacements, seeking validation through new friendships, distractions, or superficial connections. But nothing works. Because your energy wasn't just unique, it was irreplaceable. It brought warmth, perspective, and a grounding presence they could never replicate. What's worse for them is that your withdrawal wasn't born from malice but self-respect, making it impossible for them to justify their actions. In your absence, they're forced to confront themselves, stripped of the support, attention, and emotional supply they once took for granted. That emptiness feels like a punishment they never anticipated, leaving them to wonder how they let something so vital slip away. Your decision to withdraw wasn't just a step toward your peace, it was the mirror that forced them to face their own lack. The holiday season is merciless for those who hide behind facades. All year long, they work tirelessly to project an image of success, happiness, and control. To the outside world, they appeared polished and confident, but the weight of their pretense begins to crumble under the warm, revealing glow of December. Family gatherings and social events become unrelenting mirrors, reflecting the gaps in their carefully constructed stories. Forced smiles fail to hide the emptiness in their eyes. Tales of success, once delivered with practiced ease, now sound hollow, failing to convince even the most casual listener. As the festive atmosphere encourages openness and connection, the people around them start noticing the cracks. Inconsistencies become impossible to ignore, and the polished mask they've worn so confidently all year begins to slip. The truths they worked so hard to bury rise to the surface. The relationships they sabotaged, the bridges they burned, and the lies they wove come back to haunt them piece by piece. What was once hidden is now glaringly obvious, leaving them exposed. Isolation becomes their uninvited companion as they face the harsh reality that the image they created can no longer shield them from the truth. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts of strength, but for those expecting retaliation, it's deeply unsettling. When you chose to rise above their schemes and release the weight of their actions, you didn't just free yourself. You placed them in a prison of their own guilt. They may have prepared for arguments, counterattacks, or attempts at revenge, but your calm grace was something they never anticipated. By refusing to engage in their drama, you stripped away their ability to justify their behavior. Without your anger or resistance to blame, they can no longer position you as the problem or use conflict to validate their actions. What remains is the unfiltered truth, the reality of what they've done, staring them in the face without distraction or excuse. This truth becomes unbearable during a season centered on peace, reflection, and goodwill. The warmth of the holidays only magnifies the coldness within them, forcing them to confront the darkness of their own choices. Your forgiveness wasn't just an act of release, it was a mirror, one that reflects their pettiness, jealousy, and deceit in stark clarity. And in that silence, they're left haunted, realizing that the only battle they're fighting now is with themselves. Your absence carries a weight and finality that no confrontation ever could. For those who built their identity around opposing you, whether through envy, criticism, or subtle sabotage, the realization that you've moved on is nothing short of devastating. They thrived on the conflict, feeding off every reaction, every disagreement, and every moment of attention they managed to extract from you. For them, your energy, whether it was positive or defensive, became a validation of their relevance. Now that you've chosen to step away, their carefully constructed world begins to unravel. They're left with a void that feels impossibly vast, and they don't know how to fill it. This emptiness isn't just about missing the dynamic they once shared with you. It's the stark realization of how much they relied on your presence to distract from their own inner turmoil. Their fixation on you was never truly about who you are. It was about how you made them feel about themselves. You were a mirror, reflecting back their insecurities, shortcomings, and unresolved struggles. By focusing on you, they could avoid looking inward and confronting the parts of themselves they didn't want to face. But now, without you, that mirror is gone, and they're forced to see their reflection unfiltered. Without someone to criticize, provoke, or measure themselves against, they're left with the uncomfortable truth of their own irrelevance. The silence you've left behind is deafening, and it speaks to the power of your decision to prioritize peace over pointless battles. In stepping away, you didn't just reclaim your energy. You also left them to grapple with the emptiness they've created, one they can no longer blame on you. The holidays have a funny way of revealing hidden truths. For your enemies, this season becomes a nightmare, as the secrets they thought were safely buried start bubbling to the surface. It could be something as small as a slip of the tongue during dinner or an offhand comment that sparks suspicion. Gossip spreads quickly at holiday parties, and whispers become louder as people start piecing together inconsistencies in their stories. The image of success, happiness, or moral superiority they carefully constructed throughout the year begins to crumble. Their lies no longer hold up under scrutiny, and their deceptions catch up with them in real time. The result? Embarrassment that's impossible to hide, isolation as others pull away, and the harsh realization that their web of deceit is unraveling faster than they can manage. During a season meant for reflection and connection, they're instead consumed by the consequences of their actions. Their mask falls, and with it, the illusion they fought so hard to uphold, leaving them exposed and alone in the spotlight of truth. The universe is guided by principles of balance, and this season, it's realigning the scales with precision. For those who have sown seeds of malice, deceit, or negativity, the holidays are becoming a reckoning rather than a time of joy. No amount of distractions, whether through lavish shopping sprees, extravagant parties, or over-the-top festivities, can hide the quiet judgment that is now catching up with them. Physical and emotional stress begin to manifest in ways they can't ignore. Sleepless nights, unexplained fatigue, and nagging anxieties creep in, reflecting the turmoil they've spent so much energy trying to mask. Financial strain surfaces too. Unexpected expenses, dwindling resources, or failed ventures highlight the consequences of misplaced priorities. Relationships that once seemed stable now crack under the weight of unspoken tensions, unresolved betrayals, or years of neglect. This isn't just karma, it's the universe working to restore balance, ensuring they face the harvest of their own actions. The negativity they've put into the world returns to them, amplified, forcing them to confront the consequences they once thought they could escape. During a season meant for peace and reflection, They are instead burdened with the weight of what they've sown, unable to avoid the scales of justice being tipped back into equilibrium. Your success is the ultimate disruption to their carefully crafted narratives. For years, they worked tirelessly to portray you as incapable, unworthy, or destined to fail, weaving stories designed to diminish your value in the eyes of others. They clung to these falsehoods, using them to elevate their own image and gain sympathy or favor in social circles. But now, your undeniable achievements are dismantling their lies piece by piece. Every milestone you've reached, every victory you've celebrated, shines a glaring light on the truth, leaving no room for their deceptions to thrive. Mutual friends, family, and colleagues begin to notice the stark contrast between their claims and your reality. The version of you they tried to sell doesn't align with the confident, successful person standing before everyone today. As your glow becomes impossible to ignore, their credibility starts to crumble. The seeds of doubt they planted about you now grow against them, eroding the trust they once manipulated so skillfully. Those who once believed their stories begin to question their motives, leaving your enemies exposed, while your success speaks louder than any defense you could ever offer. The festive season is a time of connection, warmth, and shared joy. But for your enemies, it becomes a glaring reminder of the emptiness they've created for themselves. While others gather around tables filled with laughter, love, and meaningful conversations, they're left confronting the consequences of their actions. The relationships they sabotaged, the trust they broke, and the love they neglected now leave them isolated in a season that thrives on togetherness. Every moment of celebration they witness feels like a painful contrast to their reality. The bridges they burned in their quest for control or superiority now stand as stark reminders of the support and connection they've lost. Friends who once stood by them have grown distant, tired of their negativity or manipulation. Family members, weary of their deceit, have chosen peace over confrontation. Even their superficial relationships feel hollow, unable to fill the void of genuine connection. No amount of decorations, extravagant celebrations, or gifts can mask the loneliness that hangs heavy in their hearts. The season meant for joy instead amplifies the silence around them, forcing them to reckon with the choices that have left them on the outside looking in. The ultimate reckoning for your enemies is not just facing the consequences of their actions, it's being forced to witness your blessings unfold. Every milestone you reach, every joyful moment you share, and every step forward in your journey becomes a vivid reminder of their failure to hold you back. They can't avoid it, no matter how much they try. Your success is everywhere, shining brighter with each passing day. Mutual friends talk about your achievements with admiration. Your glow is unmistakable in social settings, and your progress is undeniable. It's not just that you've risen above their efforts to tear you down, it's that you've thrived in ways they never imagined possible. While they struggle in a season of chaos, dealing with setbacks, strained relationships, and internal turmoil, you are stepping into a season of triumph. This stark contrast is inescapable for them. Every holiday celebration, every cheerful post, and every mention of your success feels like a spotlight on their inability to dim your light. It's a reality they're forced to live with, one that shows them the true power of resilience and grace. While their negativity consumed them, it only fueled your rise. And now they're left watching from the sidelines as you thrive. This holiday season isn't about revenge, it's about balance, the natural order of the universe restoring what is right. While your enemies grapple with the weight of their choices, you're stepping boldly into a future illuminated by light, peace, and purpose. Every challenge you faced, every obstacle you overcame, has prepared you for this moment. Now is the time to celebrate your resilience. Honor the growth that came from your struggles and the strength that carried you through. This is your season to shine, to cherish the blessings you've earned, and to embrace the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. And remember, the best is yet to come. If this message resonates with you, please subscribe to our channel because together, we're rising to new heights of purpose and greatness. Let's move forward in unity and power, ready to conquer what's next. Let this sink in for a moment. December 2024 isn't just another month on the calendar. It's a divine appointment. Scientists tell us that avalanches often begin with small shifts, subtle tremors that release massive, unstoppable energy. Sound familiar? That's exactly what's about to unfold in your life. You've sensed it, haven't you? The tension in the air, the quiet before the storm, the feeling that something big, life-changing, is about to happen. But here's the spoiler. This isn't a storm of problems. It's a downpour of blessings so abundant you'll need a spiritual umbrella to catch it all. If you're wondering, why now? Why me? Let me tell you this. The universe has been working overtime, orchestrating this very moment. It's as if everything has been waiting for you to finally believe in yourself. The avalanche is coming. Whether you're ready or not, your life is about to shift. The preparation? Every trial, every moment of doubt, every silent battle, it all served a purpose. Now buckle up, chosen ones. December is about to rain miracles, and you're sitting in the front row of a celestial show unlike anything you've ever seen. Think back to the darkest nights of your life. Those sleepless hours, the betrayals, the rejections. They weren't random. Life wasn't trying to break you. It was forging you. Every painful moment was a tool carving you into someone extraordinary. And extraordinary blessings require extraordinary people. The universe didn't put you through trials to punish you. It was positioning you. You see, the blessings coming your way aren't just a reward. They're a response. A response to your resilience when it felt like the world was against you. A response to the moments you stood firm when giving up seemed easier. Every tear you shed in silence, every time you chose faith over fear, every step you took in darkness, they weren't wasted. They were seeds planted in fertile soil, now ready to bloom. The struggles weren't just external, they were internal, reshaping your mindset, building your resilience, and teaching you patience. What's coming isn't just for your joy. It's cosmic confirmation that everything you endured was worth it. This avalanche of blessings, it's not karma. It's divine correction. It's the universe saying, you've passed the test, and now it's your time. Your energy has shifted profoundly, and whether you've realized it yet or not, you've become magnetic. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It's the culmination of countless intentional choices, choosing to protect your peace when chaos surrounded you, releasing negativity that no longer served you, and realigning your focus on what truly matters. Each decision, each moment of inner work has elevated your vibration, creating a force so powerful it is now pulling blessings into your life with unstoppable momentum. The principle is simple yet profound. Energy attracts energy. The work you've done internally, healing wounds, nurturing faith, building resilience, has begun to manifest externally. For months, perhaps even years, you labored in silence, pouring yourself into personal growth without applause, recognition, or even visible results. It may have felt like nothing was happening, but beneath the surface, everything was shifting. And now, the shift is complete. You've aligned yourself so deeply with abundance that the universe has no choice but to respond. Blessings aren't random, they're drawn to alignment. And here's the beauty of it. You've stopped chasing what was never meant for you, letting go of empty pursuits and dead ends. In doing so, you've created space for what was always destined to find you. That space is now being filled with divine opportunities, meaningful relationships, and life-altering breakthroughs. You've tuned your energy to the frequency of abundance, and now it's broadcasting loud and clear, pulling everything that resonates with your newfound vibration toward you. December 2024 isn't just another month on the calendar. It's the culmination of your alignment, your patience, and your persistence. This is your moment, and the blessings coming your way are just the beginning. Every silent battle you've endured has been a stepping stone, laying the foundation for victories so monumental that they'll echo far beyond your wildest dreams. Those nights when your tears fell unseen, the sacrifices you made that went unappreciated, and the pain you carried alone, they were not in vain. Each moment of struggle was chiseling away at the outdated, the unnecessary, the things that no longer served you. It was shaping you, refining you, and making room for the new. The world may not have noticed your battles, but the victories on the horizon will be impossible to ignore. This isn't about revenge or proving anyone wrong. It's about divine justice. The universe, ever watchful, saw every effort, every ounce of faith you mustered when the odds were stacked against you. And now, it's turning your trials into triumphs. The blessings heading your way aren't just personal rewards. They're living proof of the transformative power of perseverance and faith. For too long, your struggles went unnoticed, but the time has come for your rise to take center stage. Those who doubted you, who overlooked your pain, will have no choice but to witness the magnitude of your success. Not because you're seeking their approval, but because the sheer brilliance of what you're stepping into will leave them awestruck. The silent battles are over, and the loud victories have arrived. This is your season, not just to thrive, but to inspire, to show others what it means to endure and to emerge stronger, brighter, and more radiant than ever before. The time for hiding your strength is over. The world is about to see what resilience, faith, and divine timing can truly accomplish. This avalanche of blessings is not meant to be quiet or understated. It's meant to be loud, overwhelming, and absolutely undeniable. The impact will be so profound that those who doubted you, who whispered behind your back, and who underestimated your potential will have no choice but to watch in stunned silence. What's about to unfold in your life defies explanation, and that's by design. It's a divine demonstration of what happens when preparation, resilience, and divine favor collide. For too long, your silence was mistaken for weakness. Your humility was misinterpreted as a lack of ambition, and your patience was seen as inaction. What they couldn't see, however, was the foundation you were carefully building in secret. Brick by brick, you fortified your faith, nurtured your dreams, and cultivated a strength that only grows in the unseen places. Now, the blessings that have been quietly stacking up are ready to come crashing down in one unstoppable, breathtaking surge. This isn't about proving anyone wrong or rubbing your success in anyone's face. It's about reclaiming the narrative others tried to write for you. The very qualities they thought disqualified you, your quiet determination, your ability to rise above drama, your unwavering trust in divine timing, are the ones that set you apart. Your rise is not just a personal victory, it's a lesson, a testimony, and a statement. It's proof that doubting a chosen one is always a losing game. The avalanche of blessings will not only lift you higher, but also reveal the truth to everyone watching. Greatness is often cultivated in silence, and when it emerges, it is impossible to ignore. Most people find themselves chasing either wealth or peace, believing that the two are mutually exclusive. Few ever achieve both, but for you, chosen one, December 2024 marks a turning point, a rare and extraordinary moment where financial prosperity and spiritual depth converge. You've spent years building a foundation so strong, so deeply rooted in purpose, that it can now support the immense abundance flowing your way. This season isn't just about material wealth, it's about alignment. Abundance without purpose feels hollow, a fleeting satisfaction that quickly fades. On the other hand, spirituality without stability can leave one feeling isolated, longing for security. But you've mastered both. You've done the inner work, trusted the process, and stayed true to your higher calling. Now, you're stepping into a season where peace and prosperity flow together effortlessly. The financial success coming your way will feel different. It won't bring the anxiety or emptiness that often accompanies chasing material gains. Instead, it will be deeply rooted in your inner peace, guided by divine timing, and overflowing with meaningful purpose. It won't feel like a reward for chasing success. It will feel like a natural byproduct of your alignment with your true self. Your life will soon become undeniable proof that true abundance isn't about sacrificing one for the other. It's about harmonizing both. As you thrive, you will inspire others to redefine what abundance means. They'll look to you and see that wealth and peace are not opposites but complementary forces. Through your example, they'll realize that a life of true prosperity is one where the soul and the bank account are equally full, radiating balance and fulfillment. The loneliness you endured was never meaningless. Though it may have felt like punishment, it was the opposite. It was preparation for the incredible season ahead. Isolation was the universe's way of breaking ties that no longer served you, stripping away everything and everyone that wasn't aligned with your purpose. It wasn't designed to hurt you but to clear the clutter, to make space for something far greater than you could have imagined. In those quiet moments, when the silence felt heavy and the days felt endless, you faced yourself. You confronted your deepest fears, uncovered hidden strengths, and dug into the core of who you truly are. Without distractions, you found clarity. Without the noise of the world, you rediscovered your voice. Toxic relationships fell away, false support revealed itself, and draining environments could no longer hold you. What once felt like abandonment was, in truth, divine intervention, protecting you from pouring your energy into things that weren't meant for your future. Now, the space created by that isolation is being filled. Divine connections, aligned opportunities, and blessings tailor-made for your journey are rushing into your life. The void you once feared has become fertile ground for everything you've been waiting for. This period of isolation wasn't just preparation, it was protection. It shielded you while the universe worked behind the scenes, orchestrating the perfect moment for your breakthrough. As December unfolds, you'll realize that every moment of solitude was worth it. The loneliness wasn't meant to weaken you, it was meant to transform you. Now, as the blessings pour in, you'll see that the quiet season was the foundation for the most abundant and fulfilling chapter of your life. What's about to happen in your life is beyond anything anyone, including you, could have predicted. The transformation will be so astonishing that it will leave people speechless. They'll whisper, wonder, and speculate, trying to piece together how it all came to be. Some will assume you found shortcuts, caught a lucky break, or had help they didn't see. But the truth is simpler and far more profound. This is the work of divine timing, a plan so precise that no human hand could orchestrate it. Every delay you experienced, every closed door that seemed like rejection, every season of waiting, it was all intentional. The universe was never denying you. It was preparing you, waiting for the exact moment when everything would align perfectly. That moment is now. The blessings heading your way will arrive with such speed and magnitude that they'll feel miraculous. What once seemed impossible will unfold effortlessly. Opportunities will appear, breakthroughs will come, and abundance will flow into your life in ways you never expected. People may doubt or envy your success, but none of it will matter. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about stepping fully into what has always been meant for you. The timing isn't just perfect, it's protected. No obstacle, no setback, and no outside force can stop what's coming. The groundwork has been laid, the pieces have been moved, and the universe has declared, it is your time. What you're about to receive is not only undeniable, but unstoppable. This is your season, and the blessings about to pour into your life will make it clear to everyone watching that when divine timing aligns, miracles happen. The doubts you've carried, the quiet whispers of insecurity, the nagging fear that you weren't enough, the moments when you questioned if you were on the right path, are about to be completely silenced. The blessings heading your way will provide undeniable evidence that every struggle, every sacrifice, and every leap of faith was worth it. What's coming isn't just a reward, it's a divine validation of your efforts, your resilience, and your unwavering belief in something greater. Every hard decision you made, even when it felt like the world was working against you, will be affirmed. The sleepless nights, the sacrifices no one saw, and the faith you clung to when giving up seemed easier. All of it is about to make sense. The success coming your way will not just uplift your circumstances, it will transform your perspective. It will quiet your inner critic and solidify your confidence in yourself and your purpose. By the end of this season, the doubts that once loomed so large will feel almost laughable. You'll look back and realize they were nothing more than temporary shadows, unable to withstand the light of the blessings now flooding your life. For those who wronged you, the avalanche of blessings heading your way will be nothing short of a spiritual wake-up call. This isn't about revenge or seeking to prove a point. It's about restoring divine balance. The universe has always been aware of every slight, every betrayal, and every moment when you were underestimated. What's about to unfold in your life will serve as undeniable proof that you were never alone, that the universe was always on your side, quietly working to turn every setback into a setup for your rise. The blessings coming your way will speak volumes. They'll make it abundantly clear that no one can touch someone divinely chosen without facing the natural consequences of their actions. This isn't about gloating or wishing ill on anyone. It's about showing the world that integrity, resilience, and faith are always rewarded in due time. For those who doubted you or worked against you, watching your rise will be humbling. It will be a lesson in the power of divine protection and timing, a reminder that when the universe decides to uplift someone, no amount of opposition can stop it. Your blessings will be a testament to the unshakable truth. You are divinely favored. Your blessings aren't just about you. They're a light for others, a testament to what's possible when faith, resilience, and perseverance come together. The abundance flowing into your life will be more than personal rewards. It will serve as proof to those who are struggling that miracles are real and that trusting the process pays off. Your journey, with all its trials and triumphs, will become a powerful example of how alignment with purpose leads to unimaginable breakthroughs. As you rise, others will see in you a reflection of their own potential. Your story will resonate with those who are on the edge of giving up, reminding them that even in the darkest moments, hope is never misplaced. Every step you took in faith, every moment you chose to keep going, will now inspire others to believe that they too can overcome their struggles and step into abundance. You will be living proof of what happens when you refuse to quit, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Your blessings will be a beacon, guiding others to rediscover their strength, their purpose, and their faith in something greater. You are not just receiving, you're inspiring, uplifting, and leading others toward their own transformation. The magnitude of what's coming into your life might feel overwhelming, almost too good to be true. But know this: every bit of it is yours, and you've earned it. The blessings arriving in your life aren't random or accidental. They're the culmination of every challenge you've faced, every tear you've cried, and every moment you chose to persevere when it would have been easier to quit. It's time to let go of any guilt or hesitation about receiving. This flood of blessings isn't a fluke or a stroke of luck. It's the result of your hard work, your faith, and your alignment with divine timing. You've spent years preparing for this moment, whether you realized it or not. The sacrifices you made, the patience you showed, and the inner growth you nurtured have all paved the way for this outpouring of abundance. The universe is rewarding you with more than you could have imagined. Don't shrink back or question whether you deserve it. Embrace it fully with gratitude and joy, knowing that this season of overflow is not just a gift. It's the divine affirmation of all that you are and all you've become. The struggles of December weren't pointless. They were the rain, preparing your life for the avalanche of blessings that is about to pour in. Though the challenges may have felt heavy, inconvenient, or even endless, they served a divine purpose. That rain softened the hard ground, washing away the remnants of doubt, fear, and resistance that could have blocked the abundance heading your way. Without it, the blessings wouldn't have gained the momentum they now carry. Rain often feels like an interruption, but in truth, it's a necessary step in growth and renewal. Every moment of discomfort, every obstacle, and every tear you shed in December was loosening what needed to be released, creating space for what's about to flow into your life. The struggles weren't there to drown you. They were there to prepare you. Now that the rain has passed, the foundation is ready, and the path is clear. The avalanche of blessings will come with such force, abundance, and precision that you'll see how essential the rain truly was. It wasn't there to delay you. It was there to cleanse, to nourish, and to ensure that when the blessings come, they would overflow in ways more powerful than you could have imagined. December 2024 is your moment. The universe has aligned everything for this season of overflow. The trials, the rain, the isolation, all of it was preparation for what's about to unfold. This isn't just a blessing, it's a divine affirmation of your purpose. Step into it boldly. The avalanche is here, and it's everything you've dreamed of and more. If you're ready to witness this transformation, subscribe now and join the family of chosen ones stepping into their destiny. Together, let's rise. God bless you. From the moment of our first breath to the tentative steps of childhood, some of us carry an invisible mark, a subtle yet profound sign of being set apart. It's as if, from the beginning, the Creator had woven a unique thread into the fabric of our lives, scattering clues along the journey to reveal a divine purpose. These clues, often veiled in simplicity, point to a greater mission, a destiny beyond the ordinary. Have you ever felt different, as if you carried a secret even you couldn't fully grasp? This feeling, far from being a burden, may be the first indication that your life has been touched by the divine, preparing you for something extraordinary. While the signs may vary, there is a quiet rhythm to their presence, whispers of the divine that resonate within the depths of our being. Let's explore these signs, those gentle nudges from above that reveal you've been chosen from the very beginning. From an early age, many chosen individuals experience an acute sensitivity to the world around them. It's as if their senses are tuned to a different frequency, picking up subtleties others overlook. Perhaps you remember moments as a child when the world seemed to speak to you in ways you couldn't explain, when a simple sunset stirred something profound in your heart, or when you felt deeply connected to the unseen forces that guide all creation. This heightened awareness often manifests as an extraordinary empathy. You might have felt the emotions of others as if they were your own, even before you fully understood what those feelings meant. These moments of deep connection are not random. They are evidence of a soul attuned to the divine, a heart designed to feel deeply in order to serve profoundly. For some, this awareness emerges through vivid dreams or moments of startling intuition. Perhaps you had dreams that felt more real than reality itself, visions that hinted at the future or provided comfort in moments of fear. These glimpses of the unknown are like threads in a tapestry, drawing you closer to your purpose. Another hallmark of being chosen is an inexplicable yearning to serve, a deep-seated desire to uplift, protect, and comfort others, even from a young age. This innate sense of responsibility often transcends typical childhood behavior, revealing itself in subtle but significant ways. It's as if a quiet voice within compels you to act with kindness and compassion, not out of obligation, but from a place of genuine connection and purpose. These early stirrings of service are not random. They are profound indicators of a divine calling beginning to surface in your life. Perhaps you can recall moments when, without being prompted, you felt an irresistible need to step in and help someone in need. On the playground, you may have been the child who mediated disputes, instinctively understanding the importance of harmony. While others might have shied away, you stood up for the underdog, offering a kind word or defending someone being treated unfairly. These small but significant actions were not just acts of kindness. They were whispers of something greater, a heart aligned with a higher mission. For some, this yearning to serve manifested in a deep connection to nature or animals. Maybe you found joy in nurturing a wounded bird, caring for a stray, or simply marveling at the beauty of creation. You felt an unexplainable sense of responsibility for all living things, as though their well-being was somehow tied to your own. This sensitivity wasn't a weakness. It was a reflection of a soul called to protect and preserve, a glimpse of your capacity to bring healing to a broken world. This call to serve also often extends to emotional and spiritual care. Even as a child, you may have found yourself comforting those in pain, offering words that seem to carry wisdom far beyond your years. You might have been the one people turned to, sensing your quiet strength and ability to listen without judgment. While others might have seen such moments as fleeting, they were profound milestones on your journey, shaping you into someone capable of great compassion and selflessness. These instincts, while seemingly ordinary, carry deep spiritual significance. They are the Creator's way of preparing you for the path ahead, planting seeds of purpose that would grow and flourish with time. This yearning to serve is not a burden. It is a gift, a reflection of the divine love that flows through you, meant to touch the lives of others. As you look back on these moments, consider how they shaped your character and illuminated your path. These early signs are reminders that your life has always been guided by an invisible hand, preparing you for a mission far greater than yourself. Embrace this calling, for it is through service that the light within you shines brightest. Do you remember those moments as a child when talking to God felt as natural as speaking to a dear friend? Perhaps you whispered your hopes, fears, or dreams into the stillness, feeling as though He was right there beside you, listening intently. For some, this relationship was built in quiet moments, like lying under the stars or sitting alone in a room, where the invisible presence of the divine felt almost tangible. These experiences were more than childhood imaginings. They were manifestations of divine love, a quiet reassurance that you were never alone. Perhaps you also experienced unexplainable peace during times of chaos or fear, as if an unseen hand had wrapped you in a protective embrace. Whether during a storm, a family conflict, or moments of loneliness, this peace wasn't just a fleeting feeling, but a profound spiritual connection. It was a reminder of the Creator's ever-present care and the deep bond you shared with Him, even before you fully understood it. Chosen individuals often exhibit a unique spiritual sensitivity from an early age, a deep awareness of the sacred woven into the fabric of everyday life. This sensitivity may have emerged in prayer, where you felt a sense of comfort and closeness that defied words, or in a fascination with sacred stories and teachings. Perhaps you were drawn to tales of faith, courage, and divine intervention, feeling a personal connection to the lessons they carried. For others, this connection to the Creator revealed itself in a natural inclination toward reflection or awe in the presence of creation. Do you recall standing in a forest, on a beach, or even in your backyard and feeling as if the trees, the wind, and the stars were alive with God's presence? This sense of wonder, this overwhelming awareness of something greater, was not accidental. It was a divine breadcrumb, a subtle yet powerful signpost leading you toward your purpose. These moments of spiritual sensitivity, though they may have seemed ordinary at the time, were profound indicators of your unique connection with the Creator. They were gifts, reminders that you were set apart for a greater mission. Even as a child, you may have sensed an invisible thread linking your heart to God's, pulling you towards something extraordinary. As you reflect on these experiences, you may realize they were not coincidences. They were deliberate touches of divine grace, carefully placed to guide you. These moments, no matter how fleeting, were whispers of your calling, encouraging you to trust in the plan the Creator has for your life. In recognizing these signs, you begin to understand the depth of your spiritual journey. They are a reminder that the path you walk has always been illuminated by God's light, a light that grows brighter as you embrace your purpose. Being chosen is not a promise of an easy life. On the contrary, it often means walking a path marked by unique challenges, trials that appear early in life, and shape the person you are destined to become. Those called to a divine mission frequently encounter feelings of being misunderstood, isolated, or out of place. As a child, you may have sensed that you didn't quite fit in, that your thoughts and desires set you apart from your peers, or even your own family. This loneliness, while painful, was not without purpose. It was a part of the Creator's design, preparing you for the weight of a mission that requires both strength and compassion. You may recall moments when you had to draw on reserves of strength you didn't even know you possessed. Perhaps it was during a time of loss, rejection, or struggle, when every instinct told you to give up, yet something deep within compelled you to press on. These trials were not punishments, they were preparations. Like gold refined in fire, these experiences were meant to purify and strengthen your character, revealing the resilience, courage, and empathy required to fulfill your divine purpose. Loneliness often serves as a crucible for those chosen by God. It creates space for reflection, connection with the divine, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. The sense of not belonging teaches you to look beyond the surface, to seek meaning and connection in places others may overlook. It fosters a profound empathy for others who struggle, making you a beacon of hope for those in need. Such challenges also develop resilience, the ability to stand firm in faith and purpose, even when life feels overwhelming. With every obstacle overcome, you grow stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the divine guidance that sustains you. Each victory, no matter how small, is a testament to the Creator's hand at work in your life, shaping you into someone capable of carrying out a mission that transcends your own limitations. Have you ever paused to consider the pattern of these trials in your life? Perhaps they seemed random at the time, yet looking back, you can see how each hardship prepared you for the next, building layer upon layer of strength and understanding. These experiences, though painful, are like tools placed in your hands, tools you'll use to lift others, to heal, to lead, or to inspire. While being chosen comes with unique struggles, it also comes with an abundance of grace. The Creator walks beside you through every trial, providing the strength you need at just the right moment. In those times when you felt like giving up but found the courage to carry on, it wasn't by your own power. It was divine intervention, a reminder that you are never alone. Remember, the challenges you face are not random. They are part of a greater plan, equipping you for the extraordinary purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Embrace them, for they are not barriers but stepping stones, leading you closer to the person you were always meant to be. Many chosen ones can recall moments during their childhood when they felt inexplicably protected, as though an unseen force intervened at just the right moment to shield them from harm. Perhaps you narrowly avoided a dangerous situation, a sudden shift that defied explanation, or felt a calming presence when fear threatened to overwhelm you. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are tangible signs of God's hand at work in your life, evidence of a greater plan unfolding even when you were unaware. Looking back, patterns often emerge where coincidence gives way to divine intention. You may recall the appearance of a kind teacher or mentor during a difficult time, someone whose guidance and care shaped your path in profound ways. Perhaps a book or message landed in your hands unexpectedly, offering clarity or inspiration that resonated deeply within you. Maybe it was a seemingly chance encounter, a conversation with a stranger, or an opportunity that came out of nowhere that changed the trajectory of your life. These events, though they may have seemed ordinary in the moment, were not accidents. They were carefully orchestrated by the Creator to steer you toward your destiny. These moments of divine protection and intervention often serve as turning points. They remind us that, even in our most vulnerable or uncertain times, we are not alone. The Creator's presence is constant, guiding and preserving us in ways we may not fully understand until later. For some, these experiences may be dramatic, being pulled back from danger at the last second or surviving a situation against all odds. For others, they may be quieter, yet no less powerful, like finding solace in unexpected places or feeling a profound sense of peace during a storm. As you reflect on your life, consider these moments not as random blessings but as intentional acts of grace. They are divine breadcrumbs, guiding you step by step toward the purpose you were created to fulfill. Each instance of protection or intervention is a reminder of your unique calling, a reassurance that your life is unfolding according to a divine plan. Take these memories to heart, for they are a testament to the Creator's unfailing love and the extraordinary path set before you. Even when the road ahead feels uncertain, trust that the same hand that protected and guided you in the past continues to do so, leading you closer to your destiny. As chosen individuals grow, they often experience a quiet but powerful resistance to conforming to societal norms. While the world seems intent on pushing everyone into predefined molds, dictating how we should think, act, and live, something deep within you resists this pull. This resistance isn't born of rebellion or defiance, but of a deeper truth, a divine purpose yearning to express itself through your unique path. You may have found yourself feeling different from those around you, as though you were walking a path that others couldn't quite understand. This sense of being out of step with the world may have left you questioning why you didn't fit in, why you saw things differently, or why your heart longed for something more. But this discomfort is not a flaw. It is a sign of your calling. You were not created to follow the crowd, but to lead, to carve a path that others might eventually follow, to be a light where darkness prevails. This inner resistance is a gift, a divine nudge reminding you that you were made for something greater. It challenges you to rise above the noise, to hold fast to your values, and to embrace the unique perspective you bring to the world. While it may feel isolating at times, this separation from the ordinary is what sets you apart for extraordinary purposes. Over time, as you embrace this calling, the discomfort of being different transforms into the courage to stand firm in your purpose. Your light, once hidden, begins to shine brightly, illuminating not only your path but also offering hope and inspiration to those searching for their own. This resistance is a reminder. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to shine. From time to time, chosen individuals experience moments of profound clarity or wisdom that seem to transcend their years. Even as children or young adults, they find themselves speaking or acting in ways that surprise not only those around them, but even themselves. Perhaps you recall a moment when you offered comfort to someone in deep pain, speaking words of encouragement or insight that felt as though they came from a place far beyond your understanding. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are glimpses of divine wisdom working through you, preparing you for the greater mission you are destined to fulfill. You may have encountered situations where others were overwhelmed or confused, yet you found solutions with ease. These moments often come unbidden, a sudden flash of insight, or an intuitive knowing that guides you to the right action. They are reminders of your connection to the Creator, evidence of a wisdom that flows through you, not as a result of study or effort, but as a gift aligned with your divine purpose. These experiences are not just isolated events, they are markers of the unique calling placed upon your life. Each instance of clarity, whether it involved offering advice, solving a problem, or simply being a source of calm in chaos, serves as preparation for the larger mission ahead. They build confidence in your ability to trust the divine guidance within you, encouraging you to lean into your purpose with faith and courage. As you reflect on these moments, recognize them for what they are, signs of the Creator's hand at work in your life. They are gentle affirmations that you are being equipped for something extraordinary, a mission that will require you to channel this divine wisdom for the benefit of others and for the fulfillment of a greater plan. Recognizing the signs of being chosen is an important first step, but it is only the beginning of the journey. The real challenge, and the greatest fulfillment, comes in embracing your calling and allowing it to shape every aspect of your life. This means letting your divine purpose influence your decisions, guide your relationships, and transform your perspective on the world. It requires courage to step into the unknown, humility to recognize that this path is not about personal glory, and an unwavering commitment to live in alignment with the higher purpose for which you were created. The modern world, with its endless distractions and competing values, can make this journey difficult. Social pressures, material pursuits, and the noise of daily life may try to drown out the quiet, persistent voice of the divine within you. It's easy to lose focus when the world seems to pull you in 100 directions at once, tempting you to conform, to compromise, or to abandon your calling altogether. But staying true to your purpose means resisting this noise and remaining anchored in faith. It involves creating space in your life for reflection, prayer, and a deep connection to the Creator. It means choosing integrity when it would be easier to follow the crowd, and holding on to hope when doubt threatens to take over. Embracing your calling doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it does mean your life will have meaning. Each decision rooted in faith, each relationship built on love, and each step taken with purpose becomes part of a greater tapestry, one that reflects the divine plan for your life. By staying true to your path, you shine a light for others, showing that living a life guided by purpose is not only possible, but profoundly transformative. Being chosen is not about achieving perfection but embracing progress. It's a journey of growth, where each step you take toward your divine purpose is a victory worth celebrating. No matter how small the action, a quiet moment of compassion, a word of encouragement offered to someone in need, or a decision to choose love over fear. These acts are reflections of the divine light within you. They are markers of your alignment with the Creator's plan, shining evidence that you are walking the path intended for you. Your imperfections and struggles are not barriers to this journey. They are some of your greatest tools. They allow you to connect with others on a deeply human level, forging bonds through shared experiences of pain, doubt, or failure. These moments of vulnerability give you the unique ability to offer hope and guidance to those navigating their own challenges. Your scars are not signs of weakness, but testaments to the strength and resilience that divine grace has cultivated within you. As you continue on this journey, remain open to the divine signs and guidance that surround you. These signs may come in many forms: a gentle breeze that stirs your spirit, the comfort of silence in a chaotic moment, or an unexpected encounter that changes your perspective. Even life's twists and turns, the moments that seem random or unplanned, often carry the fingerprints of a greater design. By staying attentive to these whispers of grace, you allow the Creator to guide your steps. Each day becomes an opportunity to grow, to serve, and to shine your light more brightly. Trust that even in your imperfections, you are perfectly equipped for the unique purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Progress, not perfection, is the heartbeat of your journey. You are not alone in your journey. Across the globe, there exists a community of chosen ones, each walking their own unique path, yet united by a shared purpose. While your experiences and calling may be distinct, the challenges, triumphs, and spiritual truths that shape your journey are part of a larger tapestry. Together, we have the power to illuminate a world that often feels overshadowed by fear, doubt, and despair. Through our collective light, we can bring hope, healing, and transformation to the lives we touch. If these words resonate with your heart, consider taking the next step. Share your story, the moments of divine intervention, the struggles that shaped you, and the victories that strengthened your faith. There is immense power in storytelling, in offering your journey as a beacon for others. By sharing, you invite others to recognize the divine threads in their own lives, helping them feel less alone and more connected to a greater purpose. Equally important is the opportunity to connect with those who feel the same divine pull. When we come together, we create a space of encouragement, support, and shared wisdom. This unity strengthens our resolve, making us more resilient in the face of challenges and more effective in fulfilling our mission. Alone, we may feel small and limited, but united, we become a force for change, love, and purpose. Your story matters, and so does your connection to this global community of chosen ones. By stepping forward, you not only deepen your own journey but also inspire others to embrace theirs. Together, we can shine brighter, walk farther, and bring more light to the world. The path is never walked alone, and the strength of many can accomplish what one cannot. Being chosen is both a profound privilege and a meaningful responsibility. It is an invitation to live a life of intention, love, and service, guided by a higher purpose. As you walk this remarkable journey, Remember this truth. You were not chosen because of perfection, but because of the unique gifts and experiences that make you perfectly suited to fulfill a purpose only you can accomplish. Embrace your calling wholeheartedly. Let your light shine brightly in a world that is yearning for hope, kindness, and truth. Every step you take, every act of love and service, creates a ripple effect that inspires and uplifts those around you. Trust in the divine within you. It is a powerful force capable of transforming not only your life but the lives of others. If this message has inspired you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and join us on this journey of faith, purpose, and growth. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and share your thoughts. Together, we can support and encourage one another on this divine journey. May God's grace guide you and strengthen you in every step of your path. Remember, you are not alone. You are chosen, loved, and called to make a difference. Amen. Chosen ones, what I'm about to share may catch you off guard. But know this: it is no accident that you're encountering this message at this precise moment. God's hand has guided you here because something extraordinary is stirring in your life. A profound transformation is unfolding within you, a shift from merely wanting to having. Yes, you heard that right. Those heartfelt prayers, those deep-seated hopes, and those dreams that once seemed distant are no longer just aspirations floating in the future. They are now stepping into the realm of your reality. This is not just a shift in mindset. It is a deep, spiritual, and energetic realignment. As one of God's chosen, you are about to witness things in your life aligning with such grace and speed that you will be left in awe. However, stepping fully into the blessings that God has prepared for you requires understanding how this shift works. It's about aligning your heart and soul with the divine so you can embrace the fullness of your purpose and desires. If you are truly among the chosen, you will feel drawn to this message. Something deep within your spirit will resonate, confirming that this truth is meant for you. And those who stay until the end, those who hold this truth close, will see their lives change in ways they once only dreamed of. Chosen ones, let's begin this journey by exploring the profound essence of desire. Desire is not just a fleeting wish or a casual thought. It is a sacred awareness of the gap between where you are and where you feel divinely destined to be. This gap is not merely a mental or emotional experience. It is a spiritual realization. Desire is, at its core, a signal from God. It reflects a divine understanding that you were created for more purpose, more growth, and more fulfillment. It is an internal call to step into the extraordinary, to embrace the next chapter of your story. Yet with this call often comes a stirring in the heart, a longing, an ache that something essential is just out of reach. You may be praying for a deeper love, financial provision, career success, or inner peace. Whatever your desire, it represents the sacred tension between your current reality and the divine destiny that awaits you. Desire, if misunderstood, can sometimes overwhelm us. It can fill us with frustration, impatience, or even doubt. But here's the truth. Desire is not a burden or a weakness. It is a divine spark, igniting the fires of creation within you. The Bible illustrates this beautifully in the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel. She longed for a child with such intensity that her prayers moved her to the temple, where she poured out her heart to God. Her desire was not a flaw. It was the very force that drew her into a covenant with God. Through her faith, she was blessed with Samuel, who became a prophet. Could your desires be more than mere yearnings? Could they be sacred signals guiding you into deeper alignment with God's divine plan for your life? Consider this. Every frustration, every hope, and every dream planted in your heart may carry a purpose far greater than you currently understand. These feelings may not be random. They could be part of God's intricate design, drawing you closer to the life He has prepared for you. Frustration, while uncomfortable, often serves as a catalyst for growth. It can push you to seek solutions, take bold steps, and lean on God for wisdom and direction. Hope, on the other hand, is a powerful force that keeps your heart anchored, reminding you that the story isn't over and that God is still working behind the scenes. Dreams, those vivid visions of what could be, might be God whispering to your spirit, awakening within you a hunger for the extraordinary life He's designed. Without desire, transformation would remain stagnant. Desire is the spark that ignites change, the holy discontent that calls you out of complacency and into action. It is through your longings that God stirs your soul, reminding you that you were made for more, for greater purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Think of Moses, whose desire to free his people burned so deeply that he left his comfort behind to answer God's call. Or consider Nehemiah, whose frustration over Jerusalem's broken walls propelled him into leadership and restoration. In each case, God used their desires to awaken something profound within them, guiding them to fulfill His plan. So ask yourself, what might God be using your own desires to awaken within you? How might He be using them to refine your character, deepen your faith, and guide you closer to Him? Now let's explore the powerful transformation that occurs when you shift from wanting to having. When you remain in a state of wanting, you inadvertently affirm lack. Each time you say, "I want this," or "I need that," you send a signal that what you desire is beyond your reach. This creates a cycle of longing, where fulfillment feels perpetually out of grasp. The Bible offers us guidance here. In Matthew 6:8, we are reminded, "Your Father knows what you need before you ask Him." When you focus on lack, you overlook the profound truth that God already knows your desires and has a plan for them. But what if, instead of yearning, you believed that your prayers were already answered? Jesus tells us in Mark 11:24, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." This verse is not merely about asking. It's about embodying a faith so deep and certain that you live as if your desires are already unfolding before you. Faith like this doesn't wait for evidence. It doesn't require visible proof or immediate results. Instead, it stands firm in the conviction that God's promises are true and His timing is perfect. This shift in perspective is transformative. When you move from longing to receiving, you no longer dwell in a mindset of lack or incompleteness. Instead, you embrace the energy of abundance and fulfillment, aligning yourself with God's will and timing. This transformation is not passive. It's a dynamic, active step into your divine role as a co-creator with God. When you truly believe that your prayers are being answered, your actions, thoughts, and emotions begin to align with that belief. You prepare for the blessings, creating space in your heart and life to receive them. When you make this shift, you transform from yearning to believing, unlocks the divine flow of blessings and positions you to receive them fully and joyfully. One of the greatest challenges in life is learning to trust in divine timing. In a fast-paced world that celebrates instant gratification, waiting often feels like a burden too heavy to bear. Delays can stir anxiety, doubts can creep in, and the desire to control outcomes can grow overwhelming. Yet Scripture provides a profound reminder in Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. These words invite us to step back and see life from a higher perspective, God's perspective. God's timing is not bound by human expectations or schedules. While we may view waiting as wasted time, He sees it as preparation. Like a master craftsman, God weaves the events of our lives with intricate care, ensuring every moment aligns with His perfect plan. But trusting in that timing requires a shift in mindset, from striving for control to surrendering in faith. When you trust divine timing, you release the need to dictate when or how your hopes and dreams will come to pass. Instead of clinging to anxiety, you embrace peace. Instead of dwelling on doubt, you lean into trust. This surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means acknowledging that God's wisdom far exceeds our own. His delays are not denials, but are often the very moments He uses to shape us, strengthen us, and prepare us for what lies ahead. Consider the relief that comes when you believe every step, even the setbacks, serves a divine purpose. The closed doors, the unexpected detours, the prolonged seasons of waiting, they are all pieces of a larger puzzle that only God can see. Imagine the freedom of releasing your worries and resting in the assurance that He is never early, never late, but always perfectly on time. So what would happen if you fully embrace this trust? You would find a profound peace that surpasses understanding, a joy that no delay could steal, and a hope that anchors your soul even in uncertain seasons. Trusting divine timing doesn't mean you won't face moments of doubt, but it does mean those moments won't define you. As you wait, remember this: God is not slow in fulfilling His promises. He is purposeful. And in His perfect time, everything will fall into place, not just as you imagined, but infinitely better. Faith is one of the most powerful forces in the human experience, a bridge that spans the gap between where you are and where you long to be. It is more than wishful thinking or fleeting hope. Faith is an active, unshakable conviction that what you desire is not just possible, but already taking shape, even when you cannot yet see it. The Bible captures the essence of faith in Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. These words reveal that faith isn't abstract or intangible. It has substance. It carries weight and power. Faith allows you to embody the feeling of having, even when your physical reality hasn't yet aligned with your vision. When you move in faith, your inner dialogue shifts. Instead of saying, "I hope this happens," you begin to declare, "I believe it is already happening." Faith transforms "I want" into "I have." This shift in mindset is crucial because it aligns your thoughts and emotions with your desires. Your heart begins to rest in assurance, no longer striving out of desperation, but moving forward in trust and confidence. However, faith is not passive. It requires movement. The Apostle James reminds us in James 2:26 that faith without works is dead. True faith compels action, steps that reflect your belief in the unseen. If you truly believe your dreams are on their way, your actions will naturally align with that belief. It may mean preparing for opportunities before they arise, investing time or energy into your goals, or simply showing gratitude in advance for what is yet to come. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. While you cannot immediately see the seed grow, you water it daily, trusting that it will sprout and flourish. Your faith in its growth motivates your actions. You don't just wait passively, you nurture it. Faith in your own life works the same way. It inspires you to take steps, even small ones, that move you closer to your vision. But let's be honest, faith isn't always easy. There will be moments when doubt tries to creep in, whispering questions like, "What if it doesn't happen?" Or, "What if I'm wrong?" In those moments, lean on God's promises. Remember that His timing is perfect and that He rewards those who trust Him completely. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting in the one who does. So what would it look like to walk fully in faith today? Perhaps it's choosing gratitude instead of fear. Perhaps it's taking one bold step toward your goal, even if the path ahead feels unclear. Or perhaps it's simply holding on to the truth that you are not walking this journey alone. Faith is the bridge between your desires and your reality. Cross it with confidence, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams. With faith in your heart and actions to match, the impossible becomes possible, and what was once unseen becomes your reality. At the core of manifestation lies a profound truth. Energy shapes reality. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel emits a specific frequency, and that frequency acts as a magnet, drawing experiences into your life. Understanding and mastering this energetic principle can transform how you approach your desires, allowing you to co-create a life aligned with your highest aspirations. When your thoughts and emotions dwell in lack, focusing on what you don't have, what's missing, or what's wrong, you align yourself with the frequency of wanting. This energy perpetuates a cycle of scarcity, reinforcing the very reality you wish to change. The more you feel like you're waiting for abundance, the more you remain in a state of waiting. But when you shift your focus to abundance, what you already have and the blessings that surround you, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. This energetic state naturally attracts blessings, opportunities, and fulfillment. Gratitude plays a central role in this process. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you send a signal to the universe. I am abundant. I am fulfilled. This mindset doesn't just make you feel better in the moment. It rewires your energy, shifting your focus from lack to fulfillment and creating space for greater blessings to flow into your life. Take a moment to reflect on the power of gratitude. Consider how your energy changes when you focus on even the smallest joys, a kind word from a loved one, the warmth of the sun on your face, or the fact that you've made it through challenges you once thought insurmountable. These moments of acknowledgement elevate your vibration, aligning you with the energy of abundance. Visualization is another transformative practice in manifestation. When you visualize, you're not simply imagining a distant dream, you are energetically aligning with your desired reality as if it already exists. This goes beyond seeing it with your mind's eye. It involves feeling it with your whole being. Close your eyes and picture yourself living the life you desire. What does it look like? More importantly, what does it feel like? The emotions of joy, peace, and gratitude you generate during visualization send a clear signal to the universe, accelerating the arrival of that reality into your present. It's important to remember that energy is a two-way conversation. While your thoughts and feelings shape your reality, your external environment also influences your energy. Surround yourself with people, experiences, and practices that uplift and inspire you. Make room in your life, physically and emotionally, for the blessings you're manifesting. Manifestation is not magic. It's a partnership between your energy, actions, and the divine flow of the universe. The key is to approach it with faith and intentionality. Trust that as you align your energy with abundance, you are co-creating with God, who desires to see you thrive. So today, choose to elevate your energy. Focus on gratitude for what is, visualize what will be, and trust the divine timing that brings it all together. As you do, you'll find that manifestation is not about chasing blessings. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts them. Resistance often stands as the greatest barrier between us and the life we desire. Whether it comes in the form of doubt, fear, or impatience, resistance blocks the flow of blessings meant for us. It keeps us tethered to a mindset of control, an endless struggle to force outcomes, micromanage details, and hold tightly to how we think things should happen. Yet, the path to true abundance lies not in grasping but in letting go. Surrendering to God's process is not a sign of weakness or giving up. It is an act of profound faith. To surrender is to release the burden of control, trusting that God's plan is far greater than anything we could imagine for ourselves. It is an acknowledgement that while we may plant seeds and nurture them, it is God who causes them to grow. Proverbs 3:5-6 offers a powerful reminder. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. But surrendering is not easy. It requires us to confront the parts of ourselves that fear the unknown. It calls us to let go of the timeline we've created in our minds and the need to control every detail. This act of trust can feel vulnerable, even unsettling. However, it is in this vulnerability that we create space for miracles. Imagine holding a clenched fist, gripping tightly to something you fear losing. In doing so, your hand cannot receive anything new. Now picture opening that fist, releasing control and trusting that something greater is on its way. This is the essence of surrender, making room for God's grace to flow into your life. Resistance often stems from a place of scarcity, a fear that things won't work out, that you'll fall short, or that you're running out of time. But scarcity is a lie that distorts our perspective. God's resources are limitless, and His timing is perfect. When we surrender, we shift from striving to aligning. We stop trying to force blessings and instead position ourselves to receive them. Consider how much lighter life becomes when you stop carrying the weight of needing to figure everything out. Surrender allows you to move from stress to peace, from striving to trusting. It is an invitation to lean into God's promises, to trust that He is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Miracles often occur in the space where we let go. When we release our grip on how things must happen, we give God room to surprise us with His goodness. Surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means partnering with God, taking inspired action while leaving the outcomes in His hands. As you surrender, you'll find that life flows more freely. The very act of letting go becomes the doorway through which blessings, peace, and miracles enter. In surrender, you align yourself with God's grace, and in that alignment, all things are possible. Chosen ones, you are called to rise above the limitations of your external circumstances and live in the state of having. This is a powerful shift, a divine alignment that acknowledges a truth far greater than what the eyes can see. What you desire is already yours. Living in the state of having means embodying abundance, not as something you hope for in the future, but as a reality that already exists. This is not wishful thinking or empty affirmation. It is a divine truth rooted in your connection to God, who is the source of all abundance. When you embrace this truth, you stop defining yourself by lack or limitations. You no longer let your current circumstances dictate your sense of worth, joy, or possibility. Instead, you anchor yourself in the certainty of your divine inheritance. This internal shift transforms everything. Your thoughts become aligned with gratitude and confidence, your emotions are rooted in peace and joy, and your actions begin to reflect the person you are becoming, not the person you've been. You act with faith, speak with assurance, and carry yourself with the energy of someone who knows that every desire placed in their heart is already being fulfilled. As you live in this state, blessings flow to you effortlessly. The energy of having is magnetic. It attracts opportunities, aligns you with divine timing, and opens doors you never thought possible. People, resources, and circumstances are drawn to you in ways that feel almost miraculous. This isn't coincidence. It's the natural outcome of aligning yourself with God's abundant flow. Understand this. Abundance is not something you chase. It is something you embody. When you step into the state of having, you affirm that you are already whole, already enough, and already worthy of the good things you desire. This truth doesn't just transform your reality, it transforms your spirit. You begin to see yourself as God sees you, blessed, chosen, and overflowing with potential. But stepping into this state requires trust. Trust in God's timing, trust in His provision, and trust in yourself as a co-creator with Him. It requires letting go of the fear, doubt, and impatience that keep you stuck in a state of wanting. Wanting keeps you focused on what you lack. Having focuses on what you are already receiving. The moment you make this shift, your reality begins to transform. Chosen ones, the time is now. You have waited long enough, doubted long enough, and played small long enough. Step into your divine power. Trust that the process is unfolding perfectly, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Know that every desire you hold in faith is already on its way to you. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to affirm it. Like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and comment below with the words, "I am already abundant," because you are already whole, and the universe, God's divine creation, is ready to shower you with blessings beyond measure. Your shift from wanting to having has begun. Embrace it fully, and watch as your life transforms in ways that are greater than anything you could ask or imagine. Have you ever wondered why, despite your talent, your heart for God, and your unwavering desire to help others, you still face financial struggles? Why does it seem that those handpicked by God often endure hardship while others thrive effortlessly? Is this a punishment? Or is there a deeper divine purpose at play? In today's video, we will uncover the profound truth behind why God's chosen ones often face financial difficulties. This revelation will shift your perspective and transform your journey. Stay with me until the end, as we'll conclude with a powerful prayer that can bring blessings and peace into your life. It's entirely natural to feel discouraged when bills mount, opportunities seem scarce, and you feel overlooked in a world that often equates success with material wealth. In such moments, it's easy to wonder if God has turned away. But let me assure you, financial hardship is not a sign of God's absence. On the contrary, it can be a powerful tool in His sovereign hands, used to mold and refine you into the person He has destined you to become. God never allows lack to destroy you. He uses it to develop you. Much like gold refined by fire, your trials are purging impurities and strengthening your faith. Financial struggles often serve as God's crucible, designed to strip away pride, self-reliance, and misplaced priorities, replacing them with endurance, humility, and trust. These seasons of lack are not meant to harm you, but to prepare you for the greater purpose He has set before you. Consider the growth that occurs in adversity. In times of plenty, it's easy to coast on comfort, but it is in hardship that faith deepens, resilience is forged, and character matures. Just as Joseph endured years of betrayal and imprisonment before stepping into his God-ordained role as a leader, so too are you being prepared for something greater than you can imagine. The struggles you face today are not wasted. They are crafting the tools you'll need to fulfill your calling. Trust the process, for God is at work in ways you cannot yet see. These trials are not punishment but preparation, and they are shaping you into a vessel capable of carrying the blessings and responsibilities of your divine assignment. Material wealth, while seemingly desirable, often becomes a crutch, subtly shifting our trust away from God. It lulls us into a false sense of security, making us believe that money can solve all our problems and provide lasting comfort. Society reinforces this illusion, urging us to chase riches as though they are the ultimate source of fulfillment. But as believers, we know a deeper truth. True provision comes not from wealth, but from the hand of God. Take the Israelites in the wilderness as a profound example. They had no stockpiles of riches, no sprawling farms to sustain them, yet they were never abandoned. God provided manna from heaven, their daily sustenance, a miraculous provision that reminded them of their complete dependence on Him. In Deuteronomy 8:3, God declares, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of the Lord." Their reliance on Him was not a sign of weakness but a testament to their faith. Each day they trusted that God would meet their needs, and He never failed. Likewise, financial lack in our lives serves a similar purpose. It forces us to our knees, leading us back to the one who is Jehovah Jireh, our provider. These moments of dependency are not designed to shame us, but to deepen our relationship with God. When we have no earthly wealth to lean on, we are reminded that our true security lies not in the fleeting promises of material abundance, but in the eternal faithfulness of the Lord. In these seasons, we grow closer to Him, learning to trust His timing, His provision, and His plan. Financial struggles become a sacred opportunity to experience His sustaining power and develop a faith that rests solely in Him. Money has a unique way of exposing the true motives of the heart. It challenges us to ask difficult questions. Are we serving God, or have we unwittingly become servants of wealth? Are we driven by a desire for financial security, or are we passionately pursuing God's will for our lives? These are questions that every believer must confront, especially in times of financial struggle. Jesus speaks directly to this tension in Matthew 6:24, declaring, "No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money." His words are a stark reminder that wealth is not just a tool, it's also a test. It reveals whether our hearts are aligned with God's purposes or entangled in the pursuit of worldly gain. Financial hardship, though painful, can serve as God's refining fire, purging our hearts of pride, greed, and self-reliance. These seasons force us to examine where our trust lies and to recommit ourselves to a life centered on Him. God uses these moments not to punish but to prepare. He is shaping us into faithful stewards, who will handle future blessings with integrity and purpose. When resources are scarce, our faith is tested. Will we remain faithful to God's calling even when it doesn't come with financial ease? Will we cling to Him, trusting in His provision, or will we falter in fear and doubt? When blessings finally come, God desires that we use them for His glory and to bless others. He is not interested in building our comfort, but in building His kingdom through us. By allowing financial struggles, He ensures that when the abundance arrives, we will steward it wisely, not for selfish gain, but as vessels of generosity and tools to further His purposes on earth. Wealth, while often viewed as a blessing, can also be a burden when given prematurely. Without the character and maturity to manage it wisely, wealth can lead to downfall rather than fulfillment. The story of the prodigal son in Luke 15:11-32 illustrates this truth vividly. The younger son demanded his inheritance before he was ready, and lacking the wisdom and discipline to steward it, he squandered it in reckless living. What should have been a blessing became a curse because he lacked the maturity to handle its weight. Likewise, God in His infinite wisdom may withhold financial abundance in your life, not to punish you, but to protect and prepare you. He knows the dangers of too much wealth too soon. It can breed pride, greed, and a false sense of self-reliance. Instead of drawing you closer to Him, it can pull you away, entangling you in the distractions of materialism. This season of financial lack is not wasted. It's a season of growth. God is cultivating in you the spiritual maturity necessary to handle wealth without corruption. He's teaching you humility, showing you the value of responsibility, and imparting the wisdom needed to see money not as a source of personal indulgence, but as a powerful tool for kingdom work. Through this process, He's shaping you into a steward who can be trusted with His resources. God is not denying your blessing. In fact, He's preparing you for something far greater. When the time comes and the blessings flow, you'll be equipped to use them for His glory, to advance His kingdom, bless others, and manage your resources in alignment with His will. Trust this process of preparation, for it is setting the foundation for the abundance to come. Financial struggles can often have a spiritual dimension, stemming not from natural causes alone, but from active opposition in the unseen realm. The enemy recognizes your God-given potential, your ability to bless others, to break generational cycles of poverty, and to use resources to advance the kingdom of God. He knows that financial freedom in your hands could mean a greater impact for Christ, and so he works tirelessly to create obstacles and resistance. Ephesians 6:12 reveals the reality of this battle. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Your financial struggles are not always a sign of failure or poor decisions. They can be evidence of spiritual warfare, a direct attack meant to hinder you from fulfilling your divine purpose. The enemy's tactics are clear. He seeks to instill doubt, fear, and discouragement, hoping to weaken your faith and divert your focus from God's promises. He aims to choke the flow of resources so that you feel unable to move forward in your calling. Yet, as believers, we know that the enemy's efforts are futile. Greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. Take heart and stand firm in the knowledge that God is with you. Financial resistance may feel overwhelming, but it is also a sign of your significance in the kingdom of God. Through Christ, your victory is already secured. Use this season of struggle to deepen your faith, fortify your prayer life, and declare God's promises over your finances. Your breakthrough is not only possible, it is inevitable through the power of Jesus Christ. In times of financial hardship, it's easy to feel disheartened, wondering why God has allowed such struggles into your life. But rest assured, your current season of difficulty is not without purpose. Just as David spent years tending sheep in obscurity before ascending to the throne, and Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before ruling in Egypt, your struggles are a divine preparation for something greater. Romans 5:3-4 reminds us of this process. We glory in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. These verses reveal the beauty hidden within trials. Through suffering, God is producing in you the perseverance to endure, the character to lead, and the hope that anchors your soul. Every challenge, every closed door, and every unmet need is shaping you into the vessel God requires for His purpose. This season is not about punishment, it's about transformation. Financial hardships are molding your character, teaching you the value of humility, discipline, and trust. They are sharpening your faith, forcing you to rely not on your own strength but on God's unfailing provision. In these moments, your dependence on Him grows deeper and your vision becomes clearer. Do not despise the process. Though it may be painful, it is necessary. Just as gold is refined in fire, you are being refined to reflect God's glory. These trials are crafting you into someone capable of carrying the weight of the blessings and responsibilities God has planned for your future. Trust the process, for it is preparing you to step into a purpose far greater than you can imagine, one that will glorify God and bless others. Proverbs 16:18 offers a sobering truth. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. God, in His infinite wisdom, understands the dangers that wealth can bring into our lives. While financial abundance can be a blessing, it also carries with it the risk of pride, greed, and a sense of self-reliance that can pull us away from our dependence on Him. God, who sees the end from the beginning, knows what is best for us, and in His mercy, He may choose to withhold financial blessings to safeguard our souls. Wealth has a way of whispering false promises. It lures us with the illusion of self-sufficiency, convincing us that we no longer need to rely on God. It can subtly shift our priorities, leading us to place our trust in material possessions rather than the One who provides all things. Left unchecked, this false security can blind us to our spiritual needs and lead us down a path of spiritual decline. God's withholding of financial abundance is not a punishment. It is an act of love. He is not denying you blessings. He is preparing and protecting you. Before He releases greater resources into your hands, He ensures that your spirit is fortified, your character is refined, and your heart remains aligned with His purpose. This period of waiting is a time of preparation, where God works to ensure that the blessings He entrusts to you will not lead to destruction but will instead be used for His glory. Trust that God's timing is perfect. He is safeguarding you from the very dangers that unchecked wealth can bring, ensuring that when the time comes, you will handle His blessings responsibly and remain steadfast in your reliance on Him. Financial lack can be one of God's most effective tools for redirecting your priorities. In a world that constantly measures success by wealth and possessions, it's easy to get caught up in chasing material gain. But Colossians 3:2 offers a clear reminder of where our focus should lie. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Sometimes God uses seasons of financial difficulty to shift our gaze from the temporary to the eternal, from worldly success to kingdom significance. When money is abundant, it's natural to drift toward material pursuits. Comfort and ease can subtly pull us away from seeking God's will, as our focus often shifts to acquiring more or maintaining what we have. But when the flow of resources stops, the distractions of wealth fade away, and our vision clears. In these moments, God gently redirects our hearts toward what truly matters, our relationship with Him and the divine calling He has placed on our lives. Financial struggles are often a divine invitation to step into something greater. God may be using this time to draw you into deeper ministry, greater acts of service, or a purpose that transcends monetary gain. He is refining your priorities, teaching you to value eternal rewards over fleeting earthly treasures. These struggles can become a sacred opportunity to realign your life with His will, ensuring that your heart is set on things above. Though this season may feel challenging, trust that God is at work. He is clearing the path for you to focus on your calling, to serve others, and to build treasures in heaven rather than on earth. Allow this time of lack to realign your heart with God's eternal purposes, trusting that He is preparing you for something far greater than material wealth. Financial hardship serves a purpose far greater than our immediate understanding. It cultivates empathy and compassion for others. 2 Corinthians 1:4 reminds us of this truth. God comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Your struggles are not just about you, they are shaping you to be a source of comfort and hope for others facing similar challenges. Walking through seasons of financial difficulty gives you a first-hand understanding of the stress, uncertainty, and vulnerability that come with lack. You begin to relate deeply to the pain of unpaid bills, the anxiety of stretching resources, and the weight of making ends meet. These experiences soften your heart, teaching you to see others not with judgment but with compassion. When God blesses you with abundance, those moments of struggle will not be forgotten. Instead, they will inspire you to extend generosity and kindness to others in need. You will become a vessel of God's love, using your blessings to uplift and encourage those still in their season of lack. Financial hardship, though difficult, is preparing you to be a light to others, a reflection of God's comfort and provision. You may be facing financial struggles because God has called you to be a cycle breaker, a chosen vessel to end generational patterns of poverty and lack. This is no small task, but it is a sacred calling. Galatians 3:13 reminds us that Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law, offering freedom from every bondage. Yet, breaking free from these patterns often requires enduring and overcoming the very struggles you are called to dismantle. The financial challenges you face are not a sign of failure, but of divine purpose. God is using your experiences to shape you into someone who not only breaks free from these cycles, but also establishes new patterns of stewardship, wisdom, and faith. Through this process, you are gaining the tools and insights needed to create a legacy of financial freedom and provision for your family and future generations. Your struggles are not in vain. They are paving the way for those who come after you to walk in the blessings of abundance without the weight of past burdens. Trust that God is equipping you to be the one who transforms your family's story, replacing cycles of lack with a legacy of faith, provision, and divine favor. 1 Peter 1:6-7 declares, "These trials have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, may result in praise, glory, and honor." This verse reminds us that trials, though painful, serve a divine purpose. Financial struggles in particular strip away our reliance on worldly resources and redirect our trust to the only true source of provision, God. When the comforts and securities of material wealth are removed, we are left to confront where our true faith lies. These moments of lack challenge us to turn to God with a deeper dependence, seeking Him as our provider and sustainer. As we walk through these trials, our faith is refined, much like gold is purified in fire, removing impurities and revealing its true value. This process not only strengthens your trust in God, but also sharpens your spiritual focus. You begin to see what truly matters, not wealth or possessions, but your relationship with the one who holds all things in His hands. Financial trials are not meant to harm you, but to prepare you for greater spiritual growth, ensuring your faith emerges stronger and more genuine, ultimately bringing glory and honor to God. Ecclesiastes 3:11 reminds us of a profound truth. He has made everything beautiful in its time. In seasons of waiting and financial struggle, it can be tempting to feel forgotten or question God's plans, but His delays are never denials. Instead, they are part of a divine process of preparation and alignment, ensuring that when the blessing comes, it will be far greater than you imagined. God's timing is perfect, even when it feels slow to us. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating the right connections, creating the ideal opportunities, and setting the stage for your breakthrough. What may seem like stagnation is actually divine preparation. Every delay has a purpose, refining your character, strengthening your faith, and ensuring that you are ready to handle the abundance He has planned for you. Trust in God's timing, for when the appointed moment arrives, the blessings will not just meet your expectations. They will exceed them. Your breakthrough will be undeniable, a testament to His faithfulness and perfect plan. Be patient in the waiting, knowing that God is never late and that His timing will make everything in your life truly beautiful. 2 Corinthians 5:7 declares, "We walk by faith, not by sight." This powerful verse serves as a guiding light, especially during financial struggles. When resources are scarce and solutions seem out of reach, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed by what your eyes see. Yet God calls us to trust not in the visible, but in His unseen provision. Financial hardships challenge us to let go of the illusion of control and lean entirely on God's promises. They teach us to believe in what we cannot yet see, a God who provides, sustains, and leads us through every trial. This kind of faith transcends circumstances. It's a faith that grows stronger in the face of uncertainty, rooted not in what the world offers, but in the unshakable truth of who God is. Walking by faith means trusting that even when your bank account is empty, heaven's storehouses are full. It means believing that God is working all things for your good, even when the path ahead is unclear. These struggles are not meant to weaken you, but to cultivate a resilient faith that endures beyond challenges, deepening your reliance on the one who never fails. If you've misused the blessings God has provided in the past, it's possible that your current season of financial struggle is His way of teaching you the critical value of stewardship. Luke 16:10 reminds us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." This verse highlights a profound truth. God desires for us to be faithful in managing what we already have before He entrusts us with greater abundance. This season is not about punishment, it's about preparation. Perhaps in the past, resources were squandered, opportunities were missed, or priorities were misaligned. God, in His mercy, uses seasons of lack to help us reflect, learn, and grow. It's a time to evaluate your habits, reset your priorities, and develop the discipline and wisdom required to steward future blessings effectively. Through this process, God is shaping you into a responsible and faithful steward, someone who can handle abundance without being consumed by it. He's teaching you to honor Him with your resources, to plan wisely, and to give generously. Embrace this season as a divine reset, knowing that when the time comes, you'll be ready to handle His blessings in a way that glorifies Him and serves His purposes. Philippians 4:12-13 offers a timeless lesson in resilience and faith. "I have learned the secret of being content in every situation. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." The Apostle Paul's words remind us that contentment is not tied to external circumstances, but rooted in our relationship with Christ. This truth becomes especially clear during seasons of financial struggle. When resources are limited, the allure of wealth as a source of happiness fades. Financial challenges strip away the distractions of material pursuits and reveal where true joy and peace can be found. In Christ alone. Money may provide temporary comfort, but it cannot fill the deepest needs of your soul. Only a relationship with Jesus can offer the enduring fulfillment, strength, and hope that we all long for. These struggles are a sacred opportunity to deepen your faith and shift your focus from temporary treasures to eternal truths. They teach you to trust in God's provision, to rest in His promises, and to find satisfaction in His presence. As you draw closer to Christ, you'll discover that contentment doesn't come from what you have, but from knowing who He is. This is the secret to lasting peace, even in the midst of lack. Sometimes, seasons of financial struggle are not an accident, but a temporary and necessary part of your divine calling. Matthew 6:33 reminds us, "Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This verse challenges us to prioritize God's purpose above all else, trusting that He will provide for our needs in His perfect timing. Your calling may not immediately lead to financial abundance. In fact, it may require sacrifice, patience, and faith as you pursue the work God has set before you. Whether it's ministry, missions, or a purpose-driven career, the rewards of your obedience may not always be material. Yet, the eternal impact of following God's will far outweighs any temporary hardship. God is using this time to align your heart with His priorities. He's teaching you to rely on Him fully and to trust that His provision will come when the time is right. While the world measures success in dollars and possessions, your divine purpose transcends earthly wealth. The seeds you plant in obedience today will yield eternal rewards that cannot be measured. Embrace this season, knowing that God's plans are greater and His timing is perfect. Let us end with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we trust your perfect plan. Though we face struggles, we know you are using them to refine us and draw us closer to you. Help us to rely on you, to grow in wisdom, and to walk by faith. We trust your timing and thank you for the blessings to come. In Jesus' name, amen. Trust that God is preparing you for greater things. Your financial struggles are not the end. They are the foundation for a future filled with purpose, abundance, and blessings. There's a reason you feel different, set apart, as if you're walking through life with a secret only the universe knows. Awaken, chosen ones. Because the most formidable power isn't one that announces itself. It's the one hidden in plain sight. Whispers have circled about those who are gifted, touched by something extraordinary. But here's the twist. Not even you, the chosen one, fully understand the depths of your true identity. It's a riddle locked away by divine intention, preserved until the precise moment you are meant to reveal yourself. Why? Because what lies within you isn't just any kind of strength. It's a hidden force that could reshape everything. If the world knew what you were capable of, chaos might follow. They'd either place you on a pedestal as the next superhero meme or seek to control you, commodify your essence. But here's the beauty. You're hidden in plain sight, underestimated, blending seamlessly into the tapestry of the mundane. And why does this happen? Because your time hasn't come. You're a key piece in a game of cosmic chess, where the most subtle and patient moves win. Until then, you are both the calm before the storm and the unexpected plot twist waiting to disrupt everything. You embody a contradiction, the harmony of humility cloaking unimaginable strength. Those who cross your path may think they've figured you out. They see a calm presence, someone who moves with modesty and simplicity. But they're wrong. Beneath this serene exterior lies an untamed power that could shift the very ground you walk on. Yet you don't unleash it, not out of fear or hesitation, but because you understand the art of timing. Why show your cards when you're playing to win the entire game? The world often equates power with noise, boisterous confidence, and visible domination. But your quiet strength is a storm no one sees coming. This patience, this restraint, is not a lack of ambition. It's a strategy. People may mistake your silence for weakness, but in reality, it's the profound control of someone who doesn't need to prove anything. You're playing the long game, knowing that real power needs no spotlight. And when the time is right and you choose to reveal even a fraction of what you're capable of, the shift will be seismic. Until then, you continue in the shadows, confident that your silence is your most formidable disguise. Every tear you've shed, every moment when you felt the weight of the world bearing down on you was not in vain. Your trials were not random acts of suffering. They were a masterclass in resilience. The universe doesn't test the weak, it refines the chosen. Each setback, each heartbreak, was a fire that burned away the unnecessary, leaving only your purest, strongest parts intact. While others break under pressure, you adapt and rise. You've been forged like steel, heated and hammered until every ounce of your being is sharp and unyielding. This process was never about punishment. It was preparation, an intricate divine plan designed to make you indomitable. Through your challenges, you've learned survival, adaptability, and the kind of strength that only comes from enduring the storm and standing tall when the sky clears. Think back to your darkest moments. While they were painful, they also forced you to dig deep, to find reserves of courage you never knew existed. Without those moments, you wouldn't have the depth, insight, or power that now courses through your veins. The truth is, true greatness requires pressure. Diamonds don't form in the soft embrace of the earth. They are born under crushing forces. Your struggles were a blueprint, crafting you into a force that can not only withstand adversity but thrive in its wake. It's not something you try to do, but you intimidate people. Your presence alone can be unsettling, a quiet reminder that power doesn't always need to announce itself. While others may puff out their chests and seek validation through showy displays of confidence, you move with an understated grace that speaks volumes. It's not that you're aloof or intentionally making others uncomfortable. It's that there's something about your energy that hints at a deeper power, an unseen force that commands respect without asking for it. The truth is, most people are not accustomed to real strength. They're used to the loud, the flashy, the obvious. But your quiet confidence throws them off. It makes them question themselves and the superficial definitions of power they've built their lives around. They may not understand why they feel this way around you, but they sense it. There's more to you than meets the eye. This is why God has chosen to keep your identity hidden. If people were fully aware of what you carry inside, it wouldn't just make them uneasy, it would terrify them. The world isn't ready for your full light yet, and that's by design. Your quiet power creates a natural filter, repelling those who aren't meant to be in your life while attracting those who can handle your intensity. The ones who stay are the ones who can see beyond the surface and appreciate the silent storm that is you. While others are swept up in trends, debates, and distractions, you see through it all. Your vision cuts through the noise like a blade, revealing the motives and truths that most are too busy, or too afraid, to see. This clarity isn't an accident, it's a gift. It's part of why you were chosen, why your identity must remain concealed until the right moment. Most people build their lives on half-truths and comforting illusions, but you see beyond that. You're not seduced by appearances, you're drawn to substance. This ability can be isolating. You might find yourself wondering why others can't see what seems so obvious to you. But this insight comes with its own challenges. If you were to reveal everything you know, it wouldn't just open eyes, it would disrupt lives. The weight of that knowledge could be too much for most to bear. That's why, for now, your understanding stays hidden. You navigate life playing chess while others are stuck playing checkers, moving with an awareness that few can fathom. Your discernment keeps you steps ahead of those who are caught in life's superficial games. You know when people are being sincere and when they're masking their true selves. You see through the charades and understand that most battles fought in the public eye are distractions from the true conflict happening beneath the surface. You operate on a different level, one that doesn't seek applause but focuses on impact. Your path is not something that ordinary people can grasp. Your destiny is so vast that to reveal your true nature prematurely would invite disbelief, jealousy, and attempts to contain you within limited definitions of success. You weren't crafted for mediocrity or bound by conventional standards. Your dreams stretch beyond what most consider possible, not because you're audacious, but because your spirit was designed to soar. Living among those who see only the small picture can be challenging. Your ideas, ambitions, and vision might seem excessive to some or overly idealistic. But their reactions are not a reflection of you. They're a mirror of their own limitations. If you revealed the true magnitude of your destiny too soon, it would invite misunderstanding and worse, attempts to box you in. People project their fears onto what they can't understand, and your brilliance would be no exception. This hidden phase of your life is crucial. It's a time for you to grow without external pressures, to cultivate your abilities without the weight of judgment or expectation. You are meant to rise in your own time, not just for your sake, but to inspire others to break free from their own constraints. When your time comes, your emergence will not just elevate you, It will challenge those around you to expand their own understanding of what is possible. Your way of seeing the world is almost alien to most. You don't just think outside the box, you live there. While others get caught in the noise of daily life, you're already envisioning what's next, questioning the very fabric of reality itself. It's not arrogance, it's how you're wired. Your thoughts are revolutionary, your ideas disruptive, and your insights so deep they could shake foundational beliefs. And yet the world isn't ready. If you shared the full depth of your understanding, it wouldn't just challenge people. It would shatter the carefully built illusions they depend on. Most people aren't equipped to handle the kind of enlightenment you carry. They're comfortable with lies that fit their narrative, unwilling to confront the hard truths that could unsettle their world. That's why, for now, your wisdom stays under wraps. This hidden knowledge is your power, a silent force shaping the way you interact with the world. It's why you don't rush to share your insights or try to convince others of your perspective. You know that your moment will come, and when it does, the truth you reveal will be undeniable. Until then, you walk among others, holding a reality they can't yet see. In a world obsessed with noise, your silence speaks louder than any proclamation. While others feel compelled to broadcast their every move, you choose stillness. It's not because you lack things to say. It's because you understand that real power is felt, not heard. Those who constantly declare their worth are often seeking validation. You, however, don't need to. Your silence carries weight, commanding respect without demanding it. This quiet strength is unsettling to some because it defies the norms. In a society where the loudest voice often wins, your calm confidence is a reminder that power isn't about volume but depth. People may misinterpret your silence as passivity, but in truth, it's a shield, a strategy that keeps unnecessary drama at bay and lets you operate under the radar. You know that words can be forgotten, but the impact of silence lingers. Your silence allows you to move deliberately. Every action is a calculated choice, far more powerful than empty words. When you do speak or act, the world takes notice. Those who are attuned to your energy will understand. For those who don't, they were never meant to. Your silence is not just a lack of noise, it's a statement, an unspoken declaration of self-assurance and mastery. Without even trying, you repel those with shallow motives. There's something about your energy that acts like a mirror, reflecting the true nature of those around you. People with hidden agendas or false pretenses find it difficult to be in your presence because it's as if their masks start to slip. They can't maintain their facade because, deep down, they know you see through it. You don't go out of your way to expose these people. They do it to themselves simply by being near you. This is one of your greatest strengths. It acts as a filter, naturally pushing away those who don't belong in your life and making space for those who can see your worth. You don't waste time with pretenders because they self-select out of your circle. Your authenticity acts like a spotlight, illuminating every false motive and revealing the truth behind interactions. This natural barrier is one of the reasons your identity is kept hidden. It's for your protection. If people with shallow intentions fully grasp the depth of your power, they wouldn't just feel uncomfortable, they'd crumble. And in a world full of pretenders, being genuine is a power few can handle. Your abilities are like a ticking time bomb, full of potential, waiting for the right moment to detonate. You know you possess talents and insights that others would do anything to have, yet you hold back. This isn't fear, it's wisdom. The timing of your revelation is crucial. The world isn't yet ready for the magnitude of what you carry. You may have moments where inspiration strikes, a flash of brilliance that could change everything. But you pause, not out of hesitation, but because you know the value of patience. Revealing your power too soon could lead to misunderstanding, misuse, or resistance from those who aren't prepared for it. God orchestrates these delays, ensuring that when your time comes, the impact is monumental. Each experience, each lesson learned, sharpens your edge. Your potential is not dormant. It's growing, evolving, waiting for the perfect conditions to ignite. The world might be impatient, but you understand that your gifts are meant for something greater, something that will leave a mark that's unforgettable. When that moment comes, you won't just step into your power, you'll explode into it, illuminating paths for others to follow. While many fear solitude, you thrive in it. Isolation isn't a punishment. For you, it's a sanctuary. It's where you find clarity, where your creativity flourishes, and where your most profound realizations come to light. In a world that equates worth with social presence, your comfort with being alone is misunderstood as a weakness, but it's anything but. In solitude, you connect with the deepest parts of yourself, exploring ideas free from the noise and opinions of others. It's where you recharge, strengthen your resolve, and prepare for what's next. This time apart is vital, allowing you to cultivate insights and skills that most can't even comprehend because they are too busy seeking validation. Your isolation is where your true strength lies. It's where you learn to trust yourself fully. God has kept you apart from the chaos for a reason. This time allows you to build an unshakable foundation. When you step back into the world, you bring with you a well of wisdom that sets you apart. People might see your solitude as a disadvantage, but it's the breeding ground for your greatest strengths. It's in these quiet moments that you gather the power that will one day inspire and uplift those around you. Your identity is hidden not just for your growth, but for your protection. There are adversaries you haven't yet encountered, individuals and forces that would do anything to undermine your progress if they knew the truth. Your gifts, your power, they're formidable enough to inspire envy, fear, and attempts at control. God's shielding is no accident, it's a strategic move. By keeping your true nature under wraps, you're granted the time and space to strengthen yourself without interference. This cloak of invisibility allows you to move freely, honing your skills and preparing for the inevitable battles to come. When those adversaries finally reveal themselves, you will be more than ready to face them. Your current phase of invisibility isn't weakness, it's preparation. You're not just hidden, you're fortified. This time is an opportunity to gather your strength so that when you do step into the light, you're not only ready, but unstoppable. Your emergence will be a force that can't be ignored, proving that the quietest moments often birth the strongest warriors. You are not a weapon to be wielded by just anyone. Your potential is too great, too impactful to be controlled or misused. Unlike those who seek power for selfish gains, your gifts are reserved for a higher calling. They are meant to challenge the status quo, disrupt norms, and spark authentic change. God's careful shielding ensures that your gifts are nurtured, not squandered. You aren't here to engage in trivial pursuits. You are being prepared for monumental tasks that require a unique kind of strength and insight. This time of waiting is an incubation period where you gain the discernment needed to navigate the complexities of your destiny. When the time comes, you won't just play the game, you'll redefine it. Your purpose will be clear, and your impact profound. You are not meant to be part of the noise, but a catalyst for transformation. Your journey isn't defined by survival, but by the indelible mark you are destined to leave. Your existence is a testament to the extraordinary potential within you. Every struggle you have faced, every moment wrapped in silence, and every instance of solitude has been more than mere experiences. They have been your crucible. These moments were not just tests, they were divine preparations, each refining you, honing your character, and carving out a vessel capable of holding a power few can fathom. Understand that the quiet times, when life seemed to move slower and the world's noise seemed to fade, were not moments of absence, but moments of profound growth. In those silent stretches you gathered wisdom, patience, and resilience that would become the foundation for your greatest triumphs. When your moment arrives, it won't come with fanfare or be accompanied by a declaration. It will be a quiet unveiling, profound yet natural, and the world will finally understand that the greatest forces are those hidden until the perfect moment to rise. This will be the moment where your struggles will make sense, your silence will be understood, and your solitude will prove its worth. And when that day comes, the world will finally understand that the greatest forces are often the ones hidden until the perfect moment to rise. As you journey towards this destiny, remember that every step, every setback, and every triumph has a purpose. You are not just surviving, you are preparing. And when you finally stand in your full light, the world will see that your existence was never ordinary, but always extraordinary. If this message resonated with you and inspired yourself, consider joining us on this journey of discovery and empowerment. Hit that subscribe button and be part of this community. Your support means everything, helping us bring more value content. Thank you for being here, and get ready for the moment when your light shines brightest.
Not everyone is chosen, and it's not something you can force or earn. It's a calling, a sacred invitation from the universe that resonates with your soul from the moment you enter this world. Perhaps you've always felt different, as if you don't quite belong within the boundaries society sets for you. You've probably questioned the meaning of your existence or wondered why you seem to sense and feel things that others overlook. If you've experienced this, then it's possible that you are one of the few who have been called for a higher purpose. This video is not for everyone. If you're reading this and feel a pull deep within your spirit, I encourage you to stay with me until the end. If you're meant to hear this, you'll find yourself drawn in, unable to turn away. However, if you are not, you'll naturally feel disinterest and move on. But for those who remain, there is something significant I must share, an understanding that can transform your journey. Being chosen doesn't mean living an easy life, quite the opposite. It means carrying a profound spiritual responsibility, one that will often challenge you to your very core. Yet with these challenges come remarkable gifts, spiritual abilities that set you apart from the rest of the world. These gifts are not just ordinary talents, but sacred tools granted to you by the universe to fulfill your divine mission. The journey of the chosen one is marked by an unwavering connection to something greater, something beyond the material world. In this exploration, we'll dive deep into the 7 spiritual gifts that only the chosen ones possess. Each gift is a marker, a clue that reveals your true nature and purpose in this lifetime. You may already sense these gifts within you, even if you haven't fully understood their significance. As we go through each one, reflect on your own experiences and ask yourself, is this me? By the end, you will have clarity, a deep understanding of the path laid before you. Before we delve into these spiritual gifts, it's important to acknowledge something fundamental. Being chosen is not about ego or feeling superior to others. It's about recognizing that your life, your journey, is in service to a greater cause. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." This sentiment rings especially true for those who are chosen. Chosen ones are not made in comfort. They are forged through hardship. The challenges you've faced, the moments of doubt and confusion, are not random. They are all part of a larger spiritual awakening, a process that brings you closer to your true self. The universe has a way of preparing those it calls, and often this preparation comes in the form of tests of faith, endurance, and inner strength. As you navigate this path, you may feel isolated or misunderstood. You might wonder why others can't see the things you see or feel the energies you feel. But know this, you are not alone. Every obstacle, every challenge is pushing you toward the discovery of your spiritual gifts. These gifts are unique and powerful, meant to guide not only your journey, but also the journeys of those around you. Your life is not just about your own growth. It is about being a beacon of light, a guide for others who are lost or in need of spiritual awakening. So, without further delay, let us begin our exploration of the 7 spiritual gifts that distinguish the chosen ones from the rest of the world. The first and foundational gift of the chosen ones is awareness. This isn't just ordinary awareness of your surroundings or basic perception of life. It is an extraordinary spiritual awareness, a heightened sense that allows you to perceive the reality beyond what is immediately visible. From a young age, you may have sensed that you see the world differently. Perhaps you've walked into a room and felt the energy before anyone said a word. You've likely noticed subtle shifts in people's moods or sensed when something was wrong, even though everything seemed perfectly fine on the surface. This is your spiritual awareness at work. It's more than being observant. It's about being in tune with the unseen forces that govern this world. Chosen ones are gifted with the ability to sense energy, whether it's the energy of a person, a place, or a situation. You can perceive the undercurrents of emotions and intentions, often picking up on things that others completely miss. This gift can be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it allows you to navigate life with a level of insight and precision that others do not possess. On the other hand, it can be overwhelming, especially when you are bombarded by negative or chaotic energies. Many chosen ones struggle with this gift early on, dismissing their feelings as irrational or overly sensitive. But let me assure you, your awareness is real, and it is a powerful tool for navigating this spiritual battlefield we call life. The more you embrace it, the stronger it becomes. One of the profound aspects of this gift is that it allows you not only to perceive, but also to influence the energy around you. When you enter a chaotic environment, your very presence can bring calm. When you are around negative people, they may unconsciously shift toward positivity, simply because of the light you carry within you. This ability to affect energy is one of the most powerful aspects of the gift of awareness. But with great power comes great responsibility. Being aware means you cannot turn a blind eye to what you perceive. If you sense negativity, dishonesty, or danger, you are called to act, whether that means protecting yourself, guiding others, or simply removing yourself from a harmful situation. This gift is not meant to be passive. It is a tool for action, for navigating the complexities of both the physical and spiritual worlds. The second spiritual gift that distinguishes the chosen ones is intuition. While intuition is something everyone experiences to some degree, the intuition of a chosen one is far more profound. It's not just a basic gut feeling, it's a deep, unwavering knowing, a sense that consistently guides you, even when logic and reason cannot explain it. This inner knowing is often referred to as the voice of the soul, and it is a direct connection to the divine. From a young age, you may have noticed that you simply knew things without any logical explanation. You might have predicted events before they happened, or sensed the outcome of a situation long before it unfolded. This gift does not rely on external validation or evidence. It is a deep, spiritual insight that comes from within. Chosen ones often find themselves in situations where their intuition clashes with what seems rational or logical. You might feel a strong pull toward a certain path, even though it makes no sense to those around you, or you may have a deep sense that you should avoid a certain person or situation, even though everything appears fine on the surface. Trusting your intuition is one of the most important lessons you will learn as a chosen one. Albert Einstein once said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." For chosen ones, this couldn't be more accurate. Your intuition is not something to be used occasionally or as a last resort. It is your primary guide in life, the compass that consistently points you toward your true path. The rational mind has its place, but it is your intuition that knows the direction your soul needs to take. One of the challenges that come with this gift is learning to trust it, especially in a world that often demands proof and explanations for everything. You may find yourself second-guessing your intuition, wondering if you're just imagining things. But the more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. Intuition is like a muscle. It grows with use, becoming more refined and accurate over time. As your intuition strengthens, you will begin to notice moments of synchronicity, those perfect alignments in life that seem too good to be mere coincidence. Perhaps you'll meet the right person at exactly the right time, or an opportunity will present itself just when you need it. These moments are not random. They are the universe responding to your intuitive guidance, helping you align with your higher purpose. The third spiritual gift of the chosen ones is the gift of healing. When we think of healing, we often imagine physical cures, doctors and medicine. But for chosen ones, healing goes far beyond the physical. It involves the transformation of energy, healing the emotional, spiritual, and energetic bodies of those around you. Chosen ones often possess a natural ability to heal others, even if they don't fully realize it. Your presence alone can have a calming, soothing effect on those who are in pain or distress. People may be drawn to you without knowing why, feeling better after simply talking to you. This is because you are a conduit for divine healing energy. Your vibration is higher, and it tends to lift others out of their emotional or spiritual suffering. From a young age, you may have noticed that people often confide in you or seek your advice, even though you may not always have the answers. Your presence provides comfort, and you are naturally attuned to the emotions and energies of those around you. This is your gift of healing at work. There are many ways in which this gift can manifest. Some chosen ones are drawn to healing professions like nursing, counseling, or energy work, such as Reiki or acupuncture. Others may heal through their art, music, or writing. No matter the form it takes, your gift is about transforming the energy around you. Whether through words, actions, or simply your presence, you help others release stuck or negative energy, allowing for emotional, spiritual, or even physical healing. One of the key aspects of this gift is empathy. You don't just understand someone's pain, you feel it as if it were your own. This deep level of empathy allows you to offer compassion and support that goes beyond mere words. But it also comes with its own challenges. Because you absorb so much of the energy around you, it's easy to become overwhelmed or drained, especially when you are constantly surrounded by people in need. Many chosen ones struggle with this aspect of their gift, often retreating from social situations or needing time alone to recharge. This isn't because you're antisocial. It's because your energy field is constantly working to balance the energies of others. To fully embrace your gift of healing, it's essential to learn how to protect your own energy and establish boundaries. Practices like meditation, grounding exercises, and spending time in nature are crucial for keeping your energy in balance. But healing is not just about others. It's also about healing yourself. As a chosen one, you may find that you have an incredible ability to recover from emotional and physical setbacks more quickly than others. This is because you are connected to the source of all healing energy, the divine. Your body and soul know how to tap into this energy even when you don't consciously realize it. However, healing also comes with great responsibility. Not everyone is ready to be healed, and it's important to recognize that you cannot force healing upon someone who is not open to it. Your role is to offer space for healing to occur, but you must allow others to take their own steps on the journey. This is where discernment becomes essential, and we'll explore that next. The fourth spiritual gift that chosen ones possess is spiritual discernment. the ability to see through illusions and recognize the deeper truth in all situations. In a world filled with distractions, false appearances, and deception, discernment is one of the most important tools a chosen one can have. While many people are easily misled by surface-level appearances or drawn in by false promises, chosen ones can see through these illusions. You have a heightened sense of what is real and what is not, allowing you to navigate a world that often tries to obscure the truth. This gift is not about being skeptical or distrusting of everyone and everything. It's about having a deep spiritual insight that allows you to sense when something isn't as it seems. Whether it's a person whose intentions are not pure, or a situation that looks perfect on the surface but feels off energetically, your gift of discernment alerts you to the truth beneath the surface. You may have experienced this gift in subtle ways, perhaps in a conversation where someone is saying all the right things, but you sense that their energy is not aligned with their words. Or you might enter a seemingly positive environment but feel an underlying tension or negativity that others are oblivious to. This is your spiritual discernment at work, helping you navigate the spiritual and physical worlds with clarity. One of the greatest challenges with this gift is learning to trust it, especially when it contradicts what others are saying or what seems logical. You may find yourself questioning whether you're being paranoid or overly cautious, but it's important to remember that your discernment is a divine gift. It is meant to protect you and guide you, even when it goes against the opinions or beliefs of those around you. Discernment also plays a crucial role in your relationships. While others may be drawn to people based on surface qualities, you can see beyond the facade. You recognize the energy and intentions of those around you, even if they are not aware of it themselves. This can lead to deep, authentic connections with those who are aligned with your higher purpose. However, it can also be challenging when you see through the pretenses of others who are not living in alignment with their true selves. But discernment isn't just about identifying what's wrong, it's also about recognizing what is right. You have the ability to sense when something is truly aligned with your spiritual path, whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, or a decision. This gift allows you to move through life with confidence, knowing that you are making choices based on spiritual truth rather than deception. Spiritual discernment also helps you avoid spiritual traps. As a chosen one, you will encounter many distractions and temptations designed to lead you off your path. These distractions can come in the form of toxic relationships, false teachings, or even inner doubts. But your gift of discernment acts as a spiritual alarm system, alerting you when something is not aligned with your higher purpose. With this gift, however, comes great responsibility. Discernment is not meant to lead you into judgment or condemnation of others. It's not about seeing the flaws in everything and everyone around you. Instead, it's about protecting your spirit and staying true to your path. When used correctly, discernment allows you to walk through life with clarity and purpose, knowing that you are aligned with your soul's mission. The fifth gift is perhaps one of the most mysterious, the gift of prophecy. Chosen ones often possess the ability to see beyond the present moment, gaining insight into future events or sensing shifts in the energetic landscape before they manifest in the physical world. This gift doesn't always present itself in dramatic ways. It may come in subtle forms, such as dreams, flashes of insight, or a deep sense of knowing about what is to come. You may experience moments of déjà vu or feel as though you have already lived through certain experiences. These are signs that your gift of prophecy is active. As a chosen one with this gift, you are attuned to the flow of time in a way that others are not. You may have vivid dreams that later come true, or you might sense the outcome of a situation long before it unfolds. This inner knowing isn't just intuition, it is a direct insight into the future, granted to you by the divine. However, prophecy is not about controlling or predicting the future in a rigid sense. The future is fluid, and what you see or sense may be one of many potential outcomes. Your gift is not meant to dictate the future, but to help you and others prepare for what may come. Prophetic insights are often given to guide you on your spiritual path, helping you align with your soul's purpose. Many chosen ones experience this gift through dreams or visions. You might receive symbolic messages or literal glimpses of future events while you sleep. At other times, prophecy may manifest as a flash of insight or a sudden understanding of a situation that bypasses logic and reason. One of the most challenging aspects of this gift is learning how to interpret the messages you receive. The future is not always set in stone, and the visions or feelings you experience may be metaphors or potential outcomes rather than concrete predictions. This is why it's essential to approach your gift of prophecy with humility and discernment. Another challenge is learning how to share your prophetic insights with others. Not everyone is ready to hear the truth about the future, especially if it involves difficult or uncomfortable information. Sometimes, the best way to share a prophetic insight is through gentle guidance rather than direct statements. This allows the person to come to their own understanding in their own time. Throughout history, prophets have played a significant role in guiding humanity. From biblical prophets to modern spiritual leaders, these individuals used their gift of prophecy to warn, guide, and inspire others. As a chosen one, you may not see yourself as a prophet in the traditional sense, but your gift is no less significant. You are being shown the future because you have the spiritual maturity to handle this knowledge and use it wisely. Prophecy also allows you to understand the larger cycles of life. You may sense when a major life phase is beginning or ending, knowing when a period of growth or challenge is about to start. This insight helps you prepare mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for what lies ahead, allowing you to navigate life's transitions with grace and clarity. But with this gift comes the responsibility of trusting the divine guidance you receive. The future is not always easy to face, especially when it involves challenges or difficult situations. However, your gift is not meant to cause fear or anxiety. It is meant to offer guidance, protection, and preparation. Trust that the visions you receive are given to you for a reason, and that the universe will support you as you navigate what lies ahead. The sixth spiritual gift of the chosen ones is empathy, the ability to feel the emotions, thoughts, and energies of others as if they were your own. Empathy is not just about understanding how someone feels on an intellectual level. It's about actually experiencing their emotions in a deeply personal and energetic way. As a chosen one, you are an open channel for the energies around you. You can sense the emotional climate of a room the moment you walk in, absorbing the emotions of those present, whether they are positive or negative. This gift allows you to connect with others on a profound level, offering them comfort, guidance, and understanding when they need it most. One of the most powerful aspects of empathy is your ability to act as an emotional mirror. When people are around you, they often feel safe to express emotions they've been hiding, even from themselves. This is because your presence reflects back their true emotional state, allowing them to release what they've been holding inside. Many chosen ones find that people are naturally drawn to them, seeking support and comfort even if they don't know why. This is because your energy offers a non-judgmental space for others to be themselves, which is incredibly healing for those who are struggling emotionally or spiritually. However, this gift can also be overwhelming. Because you feel other people's emotions so intensely, It's easy to lose track of what emotions are yours and what belongs to someone else. You might walk away from a conversation feeling drained or anxious, only to realize later that those feelings weren't even your own. Learning to differentiate between your own energy and the energy of others is one of the biggest challenges that chosen ones face with this gift. If not managed properly, empathy can lead to emotional exhaustion or even physical illness. That's why it's essential to establish strong energetic boundaries and practice regular grounding techniques to keep your energy balanced. Empathy is one of the most beautiful and powerful gifts because it allows you to offer deep compassion to those in need. You don't just understand someone's pain from a distance, you feel it. This makes you an incredibly effective healer, counselor, and guide, as your empathy allows you to speak directly to someone's soul. At the same time, empathy gives you insight into what others truly need. You can sense when someone needs space, when they need comfort, or when they need to be pushed out of their comfort zone. This ability to tune into the emotional undercurrents of others makes you a natural leader and healer, capable of guiding people through difficult emotional terrain. But with great empathy comes the need for strong boundaries. While you may feel a strong desire to help everyone who comes to you, it's important to recognize that some people may try to use your empathy for their own benefit. There are those who, whether consciously or not, drain your energy because they are unwilling to deal with their own emotions. This is why boundaries are so crucial for chosen ones with the gift of empathy. Another important lesson with this gift is knowing when to step back. As much as you may want to help everyone, sometimes the most loving thing you can do is allow someone to face their emotions on their own. You cannot heal everyone, and it's not your responsibility to carry the emotional weight of the world. By setting healthy boundaries, grounding yourself regularly, and using your gift with wisdom, you can harness the gift of empathy to transform the lives of those around you, and ultimately to fulfill your higher purpose as a chosen one. The seventh and final spiritual gift of the chosen ones is the gift of divine connection, a direct line of communication with the spiritual realm. This gift grants you access to guidance, wisdom, and insight from higher beings, whether through intuition, signs, dreams, or direct messages from your spirit guides or higher self. If you've ever felt like you're being guided by a force greater than yourself, if you've received inexplicable signs at just the right moment, or if you've experienced moments of profound clarity or peace in the midst of chaos, you are likely experiencing your gift of divine connection. This connection is not something that comes and goes. It is a constant, unwavering bond between you and the divine. Chosen ones are often in constant communication with the spiritual realm, receiving messages and guidance even when they are not consciously aware of it. The gift of divine connection allows you to tap into the universal consciousness, the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. You might receive answers to questions that have been troubling you, not through intellectual reasoning, but through sudden clarity that feels as though it was placed into your mind from above. You might also experience moments of deep peace or certainty, even in the face of difficult circumstances. This is the divine working through you, offering you the guidance you need to continue on your path. Many chosen ones also receive messages through their dreams or meditation. These messages might come in the form of symbols, visions, or direct communications from spiritual beings. Sometimes the messages are subtle, requiring interpretation, while other times they are clear and unmistakable. In either case, the gift of divine connection ensures that you are never walking your path alone. You are always supported, always guided, and always loved by the divine forces that watch over you. One of the most important aspects of this gift is learning to trust it. The guidance you receive from the divine may not always make sense immediately, and it may lead you in directions that seem challenging or confusing at first. But as a chosen one, you are being asked to trust in the process, knowing that the divine sees the bigger picture. Your gift of divine connection also makes you a channel for divine wisdom, not just for yourself, but for others as well. People may come to you for advice or spiritual guidance, drawn to the light and wisdom that you carry. Even if you don't always know the right words to say, when you are tapped into this divine connection, the words flow through you naturally. This is because you are serving as a vessel for divine messages, offering others the guidance they need. Learning to discern between your own thoughts and the messages coming from the divine is crucial in fully harnessing this gift. Divine messages often come with a sense of peace, clarity, and certainty, even if they challenge you. Your own thoughts, on the other hand, may be clouded with doubt, fear, or confusion. The more you practice, the better you will become at distinguishing between the two. This connection also allows you to experience synchronicities, those moments when events, people, or opportunities align perfectly with your path. These are not coincidences. They are signs from the universe that you are on the right track. When you are living in alignment with your divine connection, you'll notice that life begins to flow more smoothly. Things fall into place without much effort, and the right opportunities come to you at the perfect time. However, this gift also comes with its own challenges. Being so connected to the divine can sometimes feel isolating. You may feel misunderstood by those around you who don't share the same level of spiritual awareness. You might also experience moments of doubt, wondering whether the guidance you're receiving is real or just your imagination. But rest assured, chosen one, your connection is real. The more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. To strengthen this gift, it's important to maintain regular spiritual practices, such as meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection. These practices help you stay connected to the divine and open to receiving guidance. They also allow you to deepen your relationship with your spirit guides, angels, or other spiritual beings who are supporting you on your journey. Chosen one, you now know the 7 spiritual gifts that are given only to those who are called for a higher purpose. These gifts, awareness, intuition, healing, discernment, prophecy, empathy, and divine connection, are not random abilities. They are sacred tools given to you to help you fulfill your mission in this lifetime. Each gift plays a vital role in guiding you on your spiritual path, helping you navigate the complexities of life and serve others with wisdom and compassion. But remember, with great gifts come great responsibilities. These abilities are not meant to be used selfishly or to elevate yourself above others. Instead, they are meant to be used in service, to guide, heal, and uplift those who cross your path. By embracing your gifts, you step into your true role as a chosen one, living a life of purpose, spiritual alignment, and divine service. Your journey is unique, and these gifts are your companions along the way. Trust in them, nurture them, and allow them to guide you toward the fulfillment of your highest destiny. The world needs you, chosen one. Now, more than ever, it needs the light, wisdom, and healing that only you can offer. Thank you for being part of this sacred journey and for allowing me to share this message with you. If you found this video helpful, inspiring, or enlightening, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining this growing community of souls on the path to spiritual awakening. Together, we can illuminate the world with love and truth. Thank you, and may your path be ever blessed.
As November unfolds, it brings a quiet yet powerful energy, an invitation to return to simplicity, to reconnect with what is essential, and to contemplate the depths of true spiritual existence. This month beckons you, the chosen one, to release the noise, to shed the layers of complexity that cloud your vision, and to embrace the beauty of simplicity as the first step toward profound transformation. Today, I have a special message for you this November. Allow this month to guide you back to your core, to let go of excess and find strength in what is real and pure. If you are ready, subscribe and join me on this journey as we uncover the wisdom and peace that simplicity offers. November is a time for renewal, for peeling away the layers that obscure our spiritual essence. It is a season to shift from striving to being, to turn inward and find harmony in the silence within. As Osho so insightfully taught, when the drop disappears into the ocean, it becomes the ocean. When you disappear into the whole, you become the whole. This month I encourage you to take these words to heart, to let them be an invitation to explore your own depths. This is not a time for intellectualizing spirituality, but for experiencing it in the simplest and most profound way. We live in a world that often complicates the naturally simple, where the pressures of society and the desires of the ego weave intricate layers of distraction around us. In this world, it's easy to become entangled in webs of desire, fear, and judgment, where status, appearance, and the need for approval can cloud our perception. As we navigate daily life, these ego-driven attachments can hold immense power over us, pulling us away from the simplicity and peace we crave at our core. This November, consider it an invitation to break free from these layers, to let go of the need to prove or accumulate, and to release the expectations that weigh us down. Simplicity is the gateway to clarity. When we strip away the unnecessary, we begin to uncover the miraculous beauty of life that resides in the smallest, purest moments, the depth of a deep breath, the warmth of a genuine smile, the serene presence of inner peace. These moments reveal a reality untouched by ego, where life unfolds in its purest form. In choosing simplicity, the ego loses its grip. Without the need to compete or accumulate, we create space for authentic connection and clarity. By quieting the noise of the world and detaching from its expectations, we allow ourselves to reconnect with the essence of who we are. This November, let go of what's not essential, and allow your spirit to return to a state of pure being, one of peace, clarity, and true connection with the self. This month, let yourself be inspired to seek moments of genuine stillness. In a world of endless notifications and relentless information, November invites you to turn off the noise and step away from the distractions that constantly vie for your attention. In modern life, we are bombarded by stimulation from every direction: news alerts, social media feeds, and the pressure to always be connected. These distractions may keep us informed, but they also cloud our minds, drain our energy, and leave little room for the deep peace we crave. By intentionally stepping back, by disconnecting from digital noise and embracing intentional pauses from our busy routines, we make space for an inner calm that society rarely offers. November is a time to reflect on the elements in your environment that drain rather than nourish. Are you spending too much time staring at screens? Are there relationships that feel more like obligations than sources of joy? Are habits, such as scrolling through unsettling headlines or endlessly refreshing social media, disrupting your sense of peace? This month, take a step back and reevaluate what truly serves your well-being. Consider gently letting go of those distractions that keep you from living fully and authentically in the present. As you clear away the unnecessary, you open the door to reconnecting with a state of peace and clarity that lives within. Embrace this chance to simplify, allowing your spirit to find rest and renewal in the stillness that comes when you release the world's demands. This season calls you into a sacred state of introspection, a time to embrace the wisdom of antarmukhi, an ancient practice of turning inward. In spiritual traditions, this concept reminds us that the answers, guidance, and peace we often seek in the outer world are already present within us, waiting to be uncovered. As November wraps the earth in a quieter, gentler rhythm, we too are encouraged to slow down, to shift from outward striving to inward reflection. Though the world pulls at us with endless distractions, obligations, and noise, our true nature remains one of inner stillness and calm. Beneath the surface of busyness, there is a deep well of peace that is our birthright, a space within that holds clarity, strength, and a profound sense of presence. Even dedicating a few moments each day to meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection can begin to reconnect us with this deeper, quieter part of ourselves. Let November be an invitation to honor this sacred stillness, to cultivate moments where we can listen to the whispers of our own soul. By turning inward, we create room for insights and guidance to emerge from the silence, enriching our lives with depth and understanding. As you carve out time for quiet, trust that you're opening a door to profound connection and healing, allowing your spirit to rest, renew, and align with the wisdom that lives at the core of your being. Embrace this journey within, for it is in this space of inner calm that true transformation begins. Each moment presents a choice, a sacred opportunity to decide where and how you invest your energy. As one chosen to walk a path of purpose, you hold the responsibility to use time with intention, not merely as a measure of productivity, but as a vessel for spiritual growth and self-discovery. This November, see every breath you take, every pause, and every quiet moment as acts of devotion, drawing you closer to the core of who you truly are. Time spent in reflection, stillness, and gratitude becomes a bridge between your present self and your highest purpose. Each silent moment allows you to listen deeply, to uncover insights, and to peel away the layers that obscure your inner clarity. Let this month be a journey of mindful exploration, where each day unveils a fresh layer of understanding, inviting you to grow in wisdom, peace, and presence. Embrace this November with an open heart, allowing each passing moment to reveal a new facet of your spirit, a new depth of purpose, and a renewed sense of connection to the divine. In November, we are invited to shed emotional burdens that may have weighed on us for far too long. As one chosen to support and uplift others, it's natural to carry the energy and emotions of those around you. But over time, this selfless role can lead to the accumulation of feelings and stresses that are not truly yours, creating a heaviness that clouds your spirit. This month, take a moment to reflect on the relationships, expectations, and attachments in your life. Gently ask yourself, what emotions have been lingering on my heart? What situations or interactions are quietly draining my energy? Releasing these burdens is not an act of detachment from others, but an act of compassion for yourself. A conscious decision to free your heart from unnecessary weight. By letting go of what no longer serves your spiritual journey, you open yourself to live with lightness, clarity, and renewed purpose. This act of emotional purification is a powerful step toward true liberation, allowing you to step forward, no longer hindered by past pains or expectations. In their place, create space for peace, joy, and what truly aligns with your soul's path, embracing a life rooted in your authentic essence. Simplicity, often misunderstood as a lack of complexity, is a powerful force. When life is simplified, we see things for what they truly are, without the distractions of ego and the clutter of expectations. Spiritual simplicity requires no effort to achieve. It simply exists, waiting to be acknowledged. The simpler we become, the more aligned we are with the divine, free from the ego's need for validation. Instead, we find that the heart has room to breathe, to be, and to connect with what is truly eternal. This month, let simplicity be your ally and guide you to a life of depth and meaning. While some may look for immediate transformation or a single moment of awakening, November offers a gentle reminder that true spiritual growth often unfolds gradually, through small, consistent steps that build over time. In a world that craves instant results, it can be easy to overlook the profound impact of quiet daily practices. Yet it is in these small acts, moments of meditation, simple thoughts of gratitude, or brief pauses for reflection, that we nurture and deepen our spiritual evolution. Every day, these small, seemingly ordinary moments take root within us, working slowly and powerfully to transform the soul from within. This November, consider that your spiritual journey is not measured by grand achievements or visible milestones, but by the quiet persistence with which you seek truth and embrace what is meaningful. As you prioritize what truly matters, the journey becomes less about reaching a destination and more about who you are becoming along the way. Let go of the urge for quick results and instead focus on the steady actions that keep you grounded, aligned, and purposeful. In this gentle, patient approach, every step you take becomes part of a greater journey, a journey that unfolds with wisdom, resilience, and grace, ultimately leading you to a place of authentic connection and lasting peace. Remember, each small act of presence, love, and intention carries the power to shape your life, guiding you steadily toward your truest self. Silence is one of the most profound tools for self-discovery, offering a doorway into the depths of your true self. This November, you are invited to explore the healing power of silence, to embrace moments of stillness that allow you to step away from the demands and constant noise of the world. In our busy lives, filled with the chatter of daily tasks, notifications, and endless obligations, silence is often elusive, yet it serves as a refuge, a sacred space where the soul can finally be heard. When we step into silence, we create room for the divine to speak. It is within these quiet, unhurried moments that clarity begins to unfold, where wisdom and insights that may have been buried beneath layers of busyness can rise to the surface. Whether you carve out time in the early morning hours or the stillness of evening, these moments of silence allow the gentle whisper of your soul's truth to emerge. At first, silence may feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable, as it can bring hidden emotions and thoughts to the surface. This discomfort, however, is part of the journey. It is the beginning of shedding what no longer serves you and embracing the peace that lies beneath. In surrendering to the quiet, you find that true peace is not the absence of noise but a state of being, a profound connection to your essence. This month, allow silence to be your guide, creating space for the answers, healing, and inner calm that only stillness can bring. Embrace silence as a sacred practice, and let it reveal to you the quiet, beautiful truth of who you are. November carries the powerful energy of rebirth, a sacred invitation to release what no longer serves us and to step forward with clarity, purpose, and renewed vision. As the year gently draws to a close, this month offers a unique opportunity to clear away the remnants of the past, to make space for a fresh beginning that aligns with your truest self. This act of letting go is one of the deepest expressions of faith, a quiet courage that allows us to trust in what lies ahead, even when the path may not be fully visible. Take a moment to reflect on what you are ready to release. Are there habits, fears, or relationships that no longer support your growth? Are there old patterns or lingering doubts that weigh on your spirit? Recognizing and letting go of these is not about loss, but about creating freedom, a spaciousness within you that welcomes the new. Spiritual rebirth is a natural cycle, one that repeats as we evolve, reminding us that each ending is simply a gateway to a new beginning. November becomes a bridge between the past and the future, guiding us to cross over with a light heart and an open mind. As you embrace this season of renewal, know that every step of release brings you closer to the peace and purpose that are yours to claim. Step forward with grace, trusting that what awaits you is aligned with the highest expression of your journey. Embrace November as a month of transformation and allow its energy to refresh your spirit and prepare you for the beautiful possibilities yet to come. Spirituality is not a pursuit of perfection but an embracing of our full humanity, with all its complexities, both light and shadow. It invites us to acknowledge and accept every part of who we are, rather than striving for an unreachable ideal. In this journey, vulnerability becomes a powerful ally. By allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we honor our true selves and create a path toward deeper connection and understanding. Vulnerability is the place where courage meets authenticity. It is the doorway that allows us to stand in our truth, even when it feels uncomfortable. When emotions such as sadness, anxiety, or doubt arise, they can be challenging to face, yet they are part of what makes us whole. Rather than resisting or burying these feelings, we can choose to embrace them with compassion, seeing each emotion as an invitation to explore and understand ourselves more fully. These experiences are not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth and healing, encouraging us to go deeper, to find the sources of our fears, and to uncover the wisdom within them. True strength is not about shielding ourselves from difficult feelings, but about allowing ourselves to feel them, to honor every part of our journey. In the willingness to be vulnerable, we find resilience. We discover that by embracing our struggles, we cultivate a greater empathy and a stronger connection to ourselves and others. Vulnerability is a reminder that we don't need to be flawless to be spiritual. We simply need to be real. This openness allows us to live from a place of truth, knowing that our humanity, with all its imperfections, is a sacred part of the journey. Spirituality is not a pursuit of perfection, but an embracing of our full humanity, with all its complexities, both light and shadow. It invites us to acknowledge and accept every part of who we are, rather than striving for an unreachable ideal. In this journey, vulnerability becomes a powerful ally. By allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we honor our true selves and create a path toward deeper connection and understanding. Vulnerability is the place where courage meets authenticity. It is the doorway that allows us to stand in our truth, even when it feels uncomfortable. When emotions such as sadness, anxiety, or doubt arise, they can be challenging to face, yet they are part of what makes us whole. Rather than resisting or burying these feelings, we can choose to embrace them with compassion, seeing each emotion as an invitation to explore and understand ourselves more fully. These experiences are not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth and healing, encouraging us to go deeper, to find the sources of our fears, and to uncover the wisdom within them. True strength is not about shielding ourselves from difficult feelings, but about allowing ourselves to feel them, to honor every part of our journey. In the willingness to be vulnerable, we find resilience. We discover that by embracing our struggles, we cultivate a greater empathy and a stronger connection to ourselves and others. Vulnerability is a reminder that we don't need to be flawless to be spiritual. We simply need to be real. This openness allows us to live from a place of truth, knowing that our humanity, with all its imperfections, is a sacred part of the journey. This month offers a powerful opportunity to embrace and trust your intuition, your inner compass that guides you toward your truest self. Often soft and subtle, intuition doesn't shout but rather whispers, offering gentle nudges that, at first, may seem insignificant. Yet, it is in paying attention to these quiet signals that you begin to understand the wisdom they carry. Think of intuition as a lighthouse, a steady beam that illuminates the way forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. To truly connect with this guiding light, it's essential to quiet the noise around you and tune into the stillness within. When you quiet your mind and listen with an open heart, you create a channel through which intuition can flow more freely. Each time you pause, breathe, and listen inwardly, you strengthen this sacred connection, allowing your intuition to lead you with greater confidence and clarity. Every moment of inner listening becomes a step closer to a life aligned with your true self, a life marked by harmony, authenticity, and peace. Trusting your intuition is an act of self-respect and faith, as it honors the wisdom that resides within. It empowers you to make choices that reflect your deepest values and dreams, free from the influence of doubt or external expectations. This month, commit to honoring that inner voice, no matter how soft it may seem, and let it guide you on a path that is uniquely yours. Each step you take in alignment with your intuition brings you closer to a life lived fully and fearlessly in tune with your essence. Surrender is one of the most powerful acts of faith, a conscious release of our urge to control every detail and outcome. It's not about giving up. Rather, surrender is about embracing trust in something greater than ourselves, a divine flow that holds a perfect order, even when we may not fully understand it. In surrendering, we step out of the need to manage every twist and turn of our path, and instead allow life to guide us where we need to go. This November, consider surrender as an invitation to align with life's natural rhythm, to relax your grip on what must or should happen, and to trust that even the challenges you face are part of a higher purpose. Let go of the inner resistance that rises from fear and doubt, and open yourself to the quiet wisdom that comes with surrender. It's in this open-hearted state that we often gain insights and clarity that control could never offer, revealing a sense of purpose and peace beneath the surface of uncertainty. Allow yourself to flow with the path unfolding before you, accepting that every season has its own timing. By aligning with life's rhythm rather than resisting it, you discover a profound ease that emerges from trusting the journey itself. True surrender is not passive. It's a deeply active choice to have faith in the divine order and to find peace in not knowing every answer. Let November be a time to embrace surrender, to let go of forcing outcomes, and to believe that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, in its own perfect time. In this acceptance, you'll find the freedom to experience life's moments fully, allowing the beauty of each step to be revealed as it comes. As November draws to a close, it offers a natural moment for introspection, a chance to consider what you wish to carry forward into the next cycle and what you're ready to release. This is a powerful time to reflect on the lessons of the past month, to honor the growth you've nurtured, and to decide which aspects of yourself resonate with the path you're called to walk. Peace and balance, those enduring fruits of inner work, are cultivated through intentional choices, mindful actions, and a commitment to presence. These qualities don't arrive by accident. They are the results of conscious living, of choosing to pause, reflect, and align with what truly matters. Let the wisdom gained this November become a guiding light as you prepare to step into a new year. What has served your soul's journey, and what no longer aligns with your vision? Contemplate what it means to live authentically, to be true to the purpose and potential that are uniquely yours. To live from this truth is to honor not only yourself but also the divine intention for your life. This process requires courage, the courage to let go of what others may expect, to release familiar patterns that may no longer serve you, and to embrace a path that is deeply aligned with your heart. As you move forward, trust that each intentional step, each moment of authenticity, brings you closer to the divine essence within you. This journey of honoring your true self is a sacred act, a dedication to becoming who you are meant to be. Carry forward only what nurtures your spirit, and let this new cycle be a testament to your commitment to live fully, with courage, integrity, and love. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, knowing that you are supported, guided, and connected to a divine purpose with each step you take. In November, the divine reveals itself in the ordinary. Each quiet morning, each genuine smile, each sunset becomes a portal to the sacred. These simple, everyday moments are opportunities to connect with the divine essence of life. Slow down and savor them, and you'll discover that life is a continuous flow of blessings. This shift in perception allows you to see that what may seem like just another month can be a journey of beauty, grace, and profound reverence for the eternal. This month, let every step, every breath, every act of gratitude be a reminder of your divine purpose. The divine speaks in the quiet and the ordinary, in the small gestures that connect us to a greater whole. You are not separate. Like a drop in the ocean, you are part of the vast, powerful force of creation. Embrace simplicity, honor your essence, and let November be a month of awakening to the truth of who you are. To close, I invite you to share in the comments a word or phrase that represents your intention for this month. Let it be a seed of promise, a guiding light that helps you bloom each day. As November's energy settles in your heart, may it bring you peace, clarity, and the gentle renewal you seek. May this sacred month guide you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your journey, and may every step bring you closer to the divine within.